Welcome, race fans and drivers, and everybody that's here at the facility at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Welcome to Day 2, Round 5 of the Atlanta Motorsports Park Summer Racing Series. I just messed that one up, Big Will. I'm joined in the booth by Big Bill and, Will Rigdon. Guys, how we doing today?
I resent that comment.
Doing all right, Steve. Better than you, apparently. Well, you made about 5 seconds in before you flubbed up the first time.
Yeah. You know, it's been. I'm running on very limited sleep, about 3 hours of sleep. Called the dirt race last night. Got in at about 3:30.
Goodness gracious, you warned me about that coming in. So you're going to need to carry me today, Bill. So we'll see.
Well, if you want to,
Lord help all you listeners out there. We should have a good time because here come the Yellow 206 Masters onto the track for the first pre-final of the day. We've got 10 big races for you today, 5 pre-finals and 5 finals. Should be a lot of action, and any of you who are familiar with the racing here, the kart racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, know that you are in for a treat. This is a challenging facility, a lot of elevation changes, and fast sections, twisty sections, and a lot of eager karters out there willing to do what it takes to bring home the hardware after today's events. Now, these are all the 4-stroke engines today. Yesterday was all the 2-stroke action. Today is 4 strokes, and that means the LO206 will start with the Masters. And let's look and see who is on the grid. We got Jose Garza leading us off with Anthony Bolt, Danny May, Todd Barron, Eric Fagan, Chris McCoy, Ryan Spirowski, Aaron Putnam, and Tyler Swan, and Joshua Smoker are your top 10 to start.
Now, my race monitor is not pulling up on my laptop here right in front of us, but just look at the sheer number of karts in this division. I mean, I think the last time I checked, it was 24, 25. That's a lot of drivers. And as you know, we like to call this division the LO206 Masters of Mayhem. And we're going to kick the day off with them. 10-lap pre-final. They're going to come nice and slow into the grid zone. Nice, beautiful shot of that entire field coming into the grid. Let's see if they get the green flag to kick off today's racing action. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Almost 3 wide coming through the first couple corners.
And up the hill, then down that treacherous turn 2 hill where you've got to really get on the binders, but keep your momentum to go back up the hill as you go into turns 3 and 4 past our position here at Broadcast Central, then back down and towards the kink, which makes up turns 6 and 7 going into 8, as we'll see them. That very slight bend 8. Then here's turn 9. This is a great passing zone here, as we'll see.
Our leaders now coming through the S's. As you can see, a little bit of a bobble and a gaggle further back in the field, 3 wide in some situations. Now, in these karts, drafting matters. You need to be on top of each other.
Drafting and momentum, and we'll especially talk about momentum a lot as we see the karters go into up the hill going into after they get out of turn number 1, and that's a challenge as we come down to complete the first lap, and we'll get a running order here. Tyson Swan is your leader. Joshua Smoker will be second. Eric Fagan third. Todd Barron number 4, and 5th is Adam Phillips as they go up the hill, over the crest, back down again. That's a nice steep hill coming down to 2, and then they'll come through 3 and 4 past us and back through the kink. They've got it all single file here. Now we've got an 8 lap. Make sure I got that right.
Should be yes, 8 lap pre-final rounds.
8 lap pre-final here, so they're content by and large to run single file for a little bit and get some separation between the rest of the field.
So
and
here goes a move for the lead.
As soon as I say that, we have a move for the lead as Smoker looks like he's about to get around. Tyson Swan does complete the pass as they're heading down into turn 17 to wrap it up for the second lap.
Eric Fagan followed right behind him, so that's 1 and 2. As they cross the line, Eric Fagan now to the lead. Todd Barron in second. Tyson Swan third. Adam Phillips fourth. Matt Lasseter fifth. Grant Lockwood sixth. Smoker seventh. as they come down into turn 2, back up the hill in turn 3. All still single file, not a lot of bumping and banging action like we saw at the beginning of this race.
Well, not quite halfway through this pre-final, and it may be the strategy will start to play out in the last half of this race. Right now, it's a matter of just surviving and not making that mistake that puts you completely out of contention. And speaking of which, you look at the back portion of the field, there's a huge gap now going back, I think, from 8th to 9th between Spirowski and Sebastian Velasquez is a difference of about 3 seconds. And that's what bunching up and jockeying for position early will do for you. It'll slow you down and let the front runners get away, and that's what we're looking at here with these top 8 coming to the line to complete lap number 4 now.
As lap 4 comes through, Grant Lockwood sets the best time, 1 minute, 2 seconds. So these guys are moving. It is, a little bit different than it was yesterday. A lot more sunshine, no overcast to cool the track down, and as far as I know, I hadn't seen much rain in the forecast.
All right, we're two flubs to 1 now, as Steve's still leading me, as it is actually they just finished lap 3. We're on lap 4 now.
Oh, jeez. Man, I'm tired.
This technology. No. He just listened to me. That's your first mistake right there, Steve.
So you messed up and then I messed up. Okay,
right.
that works.
Well, no, I'm not counting that one.
You're not? Okay, all right.
Hey, I'm always here if you need someone to pick up the slack.
Yeah, we can always count on Wilbur to mess one up for us. So here we go.
Yeah, there we go. So looks like Race Monitor is having a slight malfunction. It works for 1 second, and then it's right back down. So
right now we've got Todd Barron coming across as your leader with Fagan and Swan. And we'll come to the line and give you another position check. It's working for me so far. There we go. Yeah, Barron, Fagan, Swan, Phillips, and Lassiter are your top 5. We got one off the track here.
That is the 14.
That's Chris McCoy.
He's right there off the – oh, no, he's in the cut-through, so he's safe.
So that's a bad time for that to happen, but at least he's got the final to come back, see if he can get things righted with that machine and get back in for the second feature.
Well, with this new format, it kind of throws off a bunch of drivers because, we're not spread out all throughout the day.
Right.
It's your feature, your pre-final, or your qualifying, your pre-final, and then your feature all within maybe an hour, 2 hours of each other. So there's not a lot of spread like there usually is in these races when we do a single-day show.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what about the classes each have their own final, pre-final and final as well. So usually we'd have the seniors or the legends or something also mixed in with the masters in these, but this is just the masters in these. So that you can compare apples to apples.
So lap 5 now. There we go. Race Monitor is back. It keeps coming in and out on my end. So as they cross the line, it was Barron, Fagan, Swan, top 3. Swan setting the fastest time, 1 minute, 2 seconds.
Not too shabby around this 8/10 mile course here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. And of course, that you can come and drive on this very same course in the Arrive and Drive rental carts here. Check the website at atlantamotorsportspark.com. And
I heard today that I think they're taking reservations
because
their reservations are moved out way late into the afternoon. So it's amazing how busy these guys are. Race day and kart racing.
Find out for yourself how challenging this course is and these karts as we finish lap number 6. Still nothing going on. We have 2 laps to go, less than 2 now, as it's Barron, Fagan, and Swan, your top 3. Back, and now we got a little side-by-side action there back at 6 and 7. Lockwood and Smoke are going at it, but other than that, nobody has pulled out to make a move.
Oh, a little bit of 2-wide action coming through the kink there. That's a scary situation there.
Look at the separation that generated, too.
Last time at the line, I believe the separation was right at 5 seconds. Now you can see that gap is definitely closed.
Well, now the top 5 have broken away from 6 and 7. And then a little bit of a gap, actually, between Phillips and Lasser in 4 and 5 in the top 3. We're going to come around here for the white flag. This is where it's going to happen. If you've got the cards, you've got to lay them down right here. White flag is out. White flag is out. Todd Barron, your leader. Let's check this out. What's going to happen between the top three? And look, here comes Swan. Swan makes the move to the inside on turn number 2. Can't quite make it.
Loses a lot of traction there. He moves from second all the way down to about 6th.
Yep. He had to get on the binders at the bottom of that hill. He had momentum but could not pull the pass off, and that will cost him as it's Barron and Fagan now coming through the kink, heading into turn number 8.
As they come into 9 to enter the S's, Barron still up front, holding off Fagan. We're not going to count out 3rd and 4th place, Tyson Swan and Adam Phillips, which I don't believe that is correct. That looks like Matt Lassiter now in 4th position. Again, the pre-final just sets the grid for the final, but, it's still bragging rights.
As we come through 16 and 17 now, this is the last chance for Fagan to do anything if he's got it. But looking to the inside for 3rd place, nothing doing. They're going to come across the line as is. Todd Barron is your pre-final winner with Eric Fagan in 2nd, Adam Phillips 3rd, Matt Lassiter. Good call there, Darryl. We'll take one of your flubs off for that one. Tyson Swan will be 5th. You're rounding out the top 10, Joshua Smoker, Grant Lockwood, Ryan Spirowski, Tyler Swan, and Aaron Cox. Going back to the field, Sebastian Velasquez, Anthony Bolt, Paul McElree, Chris Orencia, and Leon Robinson III. That's your top 15. Jose Garcia, 16. Aaron Putnam, Zach Thomas, Corey Linder, and the rest are as they switch the switch the field over
just disappeared
on my race monitor.
So
you guys know who you are, and good job for going out there and running. Appreciate that very much. All right, we are setting the grid now for the LO206 Legends, the 2nd pre-final race of our race program today.
I'm going to take them just a second to send that race green because there's so many carts here trying to go through scales and finalize weight.
That's true, but these big fields are good for the sport and good for the spectators. The announcers aren't real crazy about it sometimes, trying to keep up with everybody. But
I tell you, I've seen some.
It makes for some action.
There was one race, I can't remember when it was. It was like 37 LO206s, and it was years ago.
Man.
Boy, was that interesting to watch.
It really is more fun, quote unquote, to drive in that kind of traffic because you feel like you're actually racing rather than if you had 2 or 3 carts, like some of the shifter races we've had back in the day.
Now,
there's 1 or 2, but yeah.
Now there is one pickup going on. You see
the ride of shame.
Yeah, unfortunately, as Will just said, the ride of shame. Will, you're coming out to everybody at home, right?
Yeah,
they should be able to hear me.
If we can hear him, they can hear him. So they.
Well, it's always fun when it's a party bus when they got 3 carts on there. And we got some great shots of the main track right now. We've got the I believe it's Performance Bike Days are out there right now.
Call me an old fogey, but you're absolutely crazy to go at speed on 2 wheels like these guys.
I've done it one time, and I will never do it again because it scared the ever-loving doo-doo out of me. I was like, okay, this is fun, but I'm good. It was kind of like my experience with a 410 sprint car. Yeah. One time, I was good.
You just stayed off your lid, right?
Barely.
Yeah, okay.
I was up on 2 wheels at one portion of the go. I thought I was going to flip.
Who was brave enough to hand the keys over to you?
A buddy of mine actually had just bought it, and he said, "Steve, you got experience in micros. Why don't you hop at a 410?" I was like, "Bro, I haven't done this in like 15, 20 years. Well, you expect me to do this?" And he goes, "Yeah, I expect you to do it." And that was, 10 years ago.
They're not a whole lot different than what we're seeing today, just with a massive engine.
Oh, yeah. You just have an engine. There's nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Nothing. A roll cage engine. Hold on for dear life. There is no need for braking. Braking means you're wrecking.
Kind of sounds like when my dad was teaching me how to drive.
Oh, flashbacks.
I'm looking forward to doing that.
Actually, I'll tell you a little story about Bill here. He taught me how to drive so he could sleep.
Nice.
Because we had to drive from Beaufort all the way to Atlanta because I was in private school, and he couldn't teach me how to drive quick enough, so that way he could just recline back and take a nap on the way in.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a nap.
Anyone who has children that you teach to drive knows that once they are driving on their own, you never sleep again.
Well, so, I lost count of how many times we got each other pulled over because that was back when they first built the HOV lanes.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez.
And so when your passengers leaned all the way back, the cop was monitoring the HOV lanes, couldn't see that we had two passengers.
So when are you teaching little men to race?
He's got his little Jeep right now, so he's absolute menace tearing it up at his grandparents' house.
There you go. I've still got about 4 years.
So I was down there talking to Jeremy earlier today. I said, hey, we're going to be need you to teach me some of your trade secrets. So we're going to be getting little man up here pretty soon.
You should come to quarter midgets.
I don't know. Quarter midgets, nothing against those guys. I don't want to teach them how to fight that early.
Hey now.
Actually, let me rephrase that. I personally don't want to get back in the ring. I left that a long time ago in the maritime industry. So
hey now. I came right back to it. I took a hiatus for about, 10 years or so, and was like, dirt track calling my name.
Well, that's one of the things I love about the community out here at Atlanta Motorsports Park is it's very much a family-friendly community here, and really good opportunity to get started, get involved, just learn the craft, learn the sport. Nobody bites out here. We're all here to help. Really until you get to the upper ends of the competition, do people start to hold on to secrets a little bit. But if you're just getting started out in kid karts, just show up, ask. People happy to tell you, happy to help, and that's one of the things we love about racing out here.
And it shows. You can walk through the pit on your way in, and there are people helping competitors, and that's the nature of the sport, and that's a good thing to teach children. It's not winning is important. There's no doubt about that, but it's also how to compete as a sportsman, how to be a sportsman. And I think more today than ever, it's important to learn sportsmanship.
Well, it's also
we see so few examples of it.
There's a lot of responsibility that comes out of it because if you wad up your cart, you got to work on it.
Right.
You got to fix it. You can't just park it and come drive it next month. And there's more to it than just getting a new set of cleats or changing your jersey.
Some cases. Some cases.
Yeah, that's true. You need to bring your helmet in next time. I want to see that.
Yeah. Well, me and you we always used to joke around about taking the Corolla out at different tracks. I think it's time that me and you settle this once and for all out here with the go-karts. Me and you after the race, we'll battle the heavy boy division.
Yeah. Well, we're fortunately close enough. We could wait up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll eat another cheeseburger or two. So it looks like we've got cars coming out on. I say cars, man. It's a long. Dear Lord, karts coming out on track. 6 karts here. LO206 Legends, and we were talking about the heavy division. Well, these are the old men division. Not really. We love these guys.
I bet you I'm older than any one of these guys. Let's look at the lineup though. We've got Ken Rathbone, Happy Hamilton. All right, gotta love a guy that goes by Happy. David Fusco, Al Edwards, and Todd Barron are your competitors here in the Legends pre-final, the LO206. That'll be our second pre-final of the morning. They'll again run 8 laps to set the grid for the pre-final, which will be a little bit later on this afternoon, a little bit after lunchtime, here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
Speaking of lunch, you know what we got here?
What do we have, Steve?
We've got new fuel kitchen. They're currently under renovations up here where the observation area is, but you can still swing by, stop by, order something, tell them the broadcast sent you, specifically Steve sent you.
Are we about to get another Steve's review?
Oh, we are. I ordered a...
What did we get this time?
I ordered a chicken sandwich. I can't remember the actual name of it. I don't want to call it incorrectly. But I ordered it, and everything I've had so far is amazing. Kind of like the racing here today.
Well, it should, right, here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
I think Happy is that 25 cart. I see a smiley face on the side of an old school Walmart smiley face. So green flag out. Racing already here in the Legends division. Going to shoot for 2. A little bit of off-track action there with Al Edwards.
Taking the rumble strip there going into the corner.
So we see it's Fusco Al Edwards poking to the outside, see if he can get around Fusco. These guys are technically teammates, and they go off of each other a lot. I believe that's the Wilby Racing Group.
You're right.
Anybody that's anybody around here knows Wilby Racing. They've probably got 30 carts down in their tent right now, all headed by Mr. Al Edwards, who is currently at the point. Got a little bit of passing action going on for third now. They're almost side by side coming through the S's. I can't see a cart number. It looks like the 11 cart, possibly Todd Barron there, taking the third position away from Ken Rathbone.
Well, here's a question for Al Edwards then. Are you more careful when you're racing a cart that's yours in front of you or behind you? Knowing that you don't want to wad it up.
You'll probably get the chance to ask him. He's going to be coming up here. I
wasn't going to say, but I figured we will see Al.
He was up here yesterday almost the whole race day, and it was rather entertaining. Listen to some of that. We talked about the technical side of the sport, and we talked about the driver's side of the sport, and got a lot of information out there to people.
Barron making a nice move there out of 2, getting around Fusco. So we now have Todd Barron as your second place in that number 11 cart as they come through the kink and then up or down the hill through that gentle bend of 8 into the hard, more or less hairpin of turn number 9. Then the S's following that up over the hill along the back stretch portion where we can see them again from here. Then they'll go into the 16-17 combination.
So as they come through turn 15, you see a little bit of poking to the inside there. A little under-over for the 11 cart of Todd Barron, who is now up to the point.
Yep.
So it's Barron, Edwards, Fusco, Rathbone, and Happy.
I don't know if he's terribly happy being 5th, but...
I mean, maybe it's a Happy Gilmore situation. I don't know.
There we go. Now we're side by side again. There goes Edwards on the outside of Barron. Could not pull it off. Thought about it. Knew to pull back in before he gets to things like the kink. You don't want to be going side by side through there where you can help.
That's not fun.
Well, we've already seen it once today.
Yeah, with a little bit of off-track action, cutting the grass a little early on.
That's right. Round and round through the S's. Keeping it single file for the moment as we are working on lap number 3, 3 of 8 scheduled here.
Again, you can see how important drafting is in the LO206 classification. You see that the drafting, these guys are on top of each other. A little bit of pull there. Edwards poked out to the outside, thinking maybe he could get around the 11 of Barron, but...
And it's all about momentum coming out of that 17 if you're going to make that pass down the stretch. You can pull out all you want, but if you don't have a run. And see, up the hill, that's a big place to make a move if you can keep the momentum, because that's really difficult.
Looks
on
like
the lower powered carts, you'll actually see the riders scooting their butts as they go up the hill trying to get as much momentum.
As you can see, there's now a gap between second and third. Second place, Al Edwards. Third place, David Fusco. That 71 cart pushing Barron and the 11. You see how they're literally on top of each other.
Now I got to ask Al if he's a craps player, if he's running cart number 711.
Ever since I've known Al, that's always been his cart number, so I've never thought to ask him that. Looks like Race Monitor finally started cooperating here with us. So now you can see live timing on your left side of your screen if you want to follow along at
that's
home.
just your producer sleeping. I forgot to turn the ticker on.
No, it's been messing up on my end, so that's what I was thinking it was.
And there goes Edwards again trying to make it up the hill. Not quite able to pull it off, but that seems to be his passing zone, or at least the place on the track where he feels he's got the best opportunity to get around Barron. But he's staying tight on his rear bumper as they go into turn number 9 now. Working on lap number 5. We are a little more than halfway through now. We've completed 4 of 8.
As soon as I said something, the ticker then messed up.
That's what I'm saying. Mine keeps doing it. On the mobile is perfectly fine. It's the website that keeps going down. So every time I try to refresh something, it just crashes.
That darn technology.
It works when you want it to and then doesn't when you don't. So if you want to follow along live at home, you can go to Race Monitor, download the app. You should be able to look at all of the times for today. You can look at qualifying. You can look at race time. You can work anything. Speaking of Fuel Kitchen, looks like they're here. Let's see, what did they bring me? There's onion rings. I think that one's Michaela's. I don't know where Michaela is.
You'd better hurry.
So it
Miss
is.
Michaela's on tower cam right now, so she'll have to run in here after.
Yeah, it
after
looks like she got some onion rings and something else. I don't know what's in there. Maybe a cookie.
Now I've got to get the menu. I have not been here since the Fuel Kitchen opened, so I didn't know what the drill was.
Oh yeah, it's good. I don't think I've had anything bad yet there. Yesterday I had the Turn 6 salad. It had like candy pecans, and there we go, a little bit of sign from Al Edwards bump draft. Fusco and Edwards now working together. Going to leave the 11 of Barron out there to dry just a little bit.
Is that what slapping himself on the side of the head is? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Get behind me and push.
All righty. Let's see if they can do it, though. They've only got 2 laps to get it done.
That's the universal karting sign of let's go. Followed by some other signals that we can't talk about.
Or is that the quarter midgets?
No, yeah, that's quarter midgets as well. But pointing the way to heaven, I believe, is how Al Edwards indicated which way's up.
I don't know, but it looks like Barron is stretching it out. It was where was he, a half a second at the line last time around. Let's see what the differential is when they come through the next time. 0.456, maybe a little under half a second. But I think Barron also knows it's go time, and he's going as well. He's stretched out to what, maybe, say, 5 kart lengths.
If not, maybe more.
As they head into 15 and now 16 and 17 to wrap it up for the lap number 7, the penultimate lap. Now here comes the white flag. White flag is out. Last lap here. Todd Barron only has about 0.8 of a mile to go to hold on to the pre-final victory and sit on the point for the final that'll come up later. And there goes a little bump there from
that was more
Fusco.
than a little more than a bump.
Well, now, for all this time, we've been seeing Al making the move go up the hill, and that was where he got the bump because he wasn't getting up the hill in good order. I think that's it. And they're just there's a few hand signals going by.
Sorry, buddy.
And so here they come through the S's for the final time in this Legends pre-final. So we have to introduce Al as the legend when he comes up? I guess so.
I mean,
the legendary Al Edwards.
Well, yeah, the legendary Al Edwards is probably the best way to put that.
But boy, howdy, has Todd Barron checked out as he comes through 17 for the last time to take the checkered flag. And your winner in the Masters pre-final will be Todd Barron. David Fusco will finish second. Al Edwards third. Ken Rathbone will be fourth. And Happy Hamilton will come in as their 5th place finisher. So
he was 2 laps down, so I'm guessing he's either broken down somewhere on track or he has pulled off.
So there's Al.
Al's got a problem with something. Not exactly sure what it is.
Something like he was stuck off the edge of the track there. Okay.
Not sure where that happened. I guess he spun coming down turn 2.
So he spun on the cool-down lap.
Yeah, you could see that right rear tire got a little bit of scuff.
I have to start writing down questions for Al because I asked him about that, asked him about going off-road there at the beginning of the the first turn or the second turn of the race.
Al's just sitting there.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the momentum to get up that.
I think he might have had a mechanical. That's why he let Fusco go by, but.
And how he got bumped going up, he lost his momentum. Finally makes it to the ramp off the track, and he can get it back to the pit and figure out what went wrong. Could be a loose nut between the
between the steering wheel and the pod and the pod. We're kidding. We love Al.
Well, fortunately, this is just the pre-final, so he'll be able to hopefully get back in the pits, get it figured out. Maybe have enough time to come up here and tell us what was going on.
Maybe.
They got a pretty tight schedule today, so with all the guys he's got driving.
Yeah.
We may not see a lot of him, if any, with all that going on, but we're looking at now the LO206 juniors coming up for their pre-final.
Will, you hear that?
Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do. Lincoln Massey.
Our other guest commentator. And we have, looks like Kart's on track, so
Let's
they're about
take
to
a
get
look
fired
at
up.
the lineup. 8 karts in this
All right,
one.
Ethan.
In the LO206 juniors pre-final, Lincoln Massey. He's
Da,
one-
da, 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 da.
Lincoln has always been a favorite to guest comment whenever he's not on the track. He's always got something to say. But Lincoln Massey will lead us into this pre-final, followed by Luke Corman, then Brady Hinkle, Brentley Carter, Xander Sornardo, Maddox Fenno, John Mark Nunnally, Leon Robertson the fourth, and Racer X, who
Missing data.
who unknown to Speed was Speed's
Everybody's
brother.
favorite driver.
I am missing data. Missing data holds a lot of track records at the tracks I go to. So you see them getting nice and gridded up here. 2 by 2. Looks like, can I math right now? Is that 4 rows deep? Yeah, it's 4 rows deep.
4x4 heading into turn number 16, getting ready to get this one underway. And as we go further down, we got less experience as we go to juniors and cadets, and we'll see if they can hold formation and get the green flag just like the first two did. And in
Wave
fact,
off.
they are not. Well, yeah, speak it into existence. The juniors tend to be a little more, I don't know.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly. A little more aggressive, a little more antsy coming in down to the line.
I don't know. Have you
not
seen
in
some of these
formation.
master races here recently?
I'm not saying anyone is immune to it, but the juniors they put on a good show. Let's put it that way. Once they get going, they put on a good show.
So now they're a little bit slower than they were. Lincoln Massey leading that bottom line there. You see on the right-hand side of your screen, on the left-hand side. That is Luke Corman.
And we got
that
green
time
this
we got green. These drivers going to file into a single file order. A little bit of bump and banging action going on there for the 4th and 5th position. That's between Maddox Fino and Xander Sonardo. I had to think there for a second on how to pronounce that name. And speaking of, if we mess up your name, please come up here and tell us. We want to make sure we get these right.
Steve, have we ever had to ask them to do that?
Plenty of times.
No, I mean, I think they come up and tell us when it does happen.
There for like 3 seasons, it was Aliska Vaskasku.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Vascu. Vascoco,
It
that's
was
what it
when
was.
I heard the little kids, when I'd call her name on the podium and they were making fun of her.
Oh, jeez.
Because I actually got it right. I said Vascu, and then all the kids are going, Vascoku.
I didn't know the lore behind that.
You've got to develop a little bit of a thick skin when you
That was
have
all
a
me
foreign name
butchering
like
names.
that too. Well, here we go, coming out of turn number 17 for the first time.
A little bit of
All
blocking
clean and
there.
lean through. Yep, we've got Lincoln Massey as our leader, Luke Corman second, and Brentley Carter will be your third place Carter. Xander Sonardo, Maddox Fenno, John Mark Nunnally, John Robertson, and Hinkle will be the top 8
You see
as
there.
we go into lap 2 of this 8-lap pre-final.
You
Yes,
see
sir.
at the top of your screen, Lincoln Massey's already kind of separated himself a little bit from Corman, but Corman and Massey both separated from Carter and Sonardo at the moment. There's a group of 4 there. If they work together, they might be able to catch Corman and Massey, but you have to work together. That is the key to these LO206 carts.
And I think Massey and Corman have to work against each other to give them that opportunity as well. Because if you can stay in line and tighten
Ooh.
up, whoa, there's a
That was
thought there.
That was an oh no moment. That was a hard chop down in turn 16 for the block, but it didn't really affect anything.
Yes, Sonardo had ideas, but Carter had different ideas.
Inside pass there for the 24 of Fino over the 21, and the 21's going to fall all the way back now and gets railroaded. Oh, a little bit of contact there.
A little bit of squirreliness coming out of the turn there. Coming out of 4, coming down the hill through the kink. A relatively high-speed section. As you come into 9, we have to woe it way down, and then you hit those S's. Again, Massey, Corman, Carter, and Sonardo are separated themselves a bit from the rest of the field. And just as I say that, we've got the 21 of, is that Sonardo? That's
Yep.
true, in 4th, or you coming up. But Lincoln Massey now has left 3 behind him. So he's put in a bit of a differential as we cross the line here to finish lap number 3. That was his best lap, in fact, at 1 minute 2 and 147 thousandths. Love to say that. As we come through, this will be halfway through when they come by the line this time. He's opened the gap, though, the differential to 1.1 second between himself and Luke Corman, your second place runner. Now Corman is getting the challenge from Brentley Carter, and Maddox Fino can take advantage of that as well. If they tend to start battling it out, it'll allow him to close up as well. So Fino and Nunley back and forth here as we go up the hill again, coming through turn number 14 and 15 as you see it now. Then the final 2-turn combination that brings us back to the home stretch, and we'll get the cross flags here. As you see, well, even as I speak, halfway, 4 of 8 done here. Lincoln Massey having it all to himself right now.
Dun, 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 dun. Lincoln Massey.
I don't know, Lincoln Massey sounds like a tractor dealership or something.
Or a Lincoln dealership, maybe.
Lincoln, yeah, one or the other.
Does Lincoln even exist anymore?
Yeah, the Lincolns are out there. I was having a conversation with a friend. I had spotted a GTO convertible in a parking lot at a restaurant in, I was in Delaware. I took a picture, sent it to my friend who's a big gearhead, and we were talking about how we missed that styling. That was just a great style of car, and Pontiac in general. Pontiac Oldsmobile, man. People, there's a generation of kids now that never heard of those, never weren't alive when those existed.
What's a carburetor? What's this fuel injection you're talking about?
So we killed another lap with that little conversation there as we are 5 out of 8 down, 5 down. Lincoln Massey stretched that lead to 2.8 seconds now. So Lincoln Massey having it all his way. But now we've got a little action coming in for 4th and 5th between Fino and Nunley. Nunley keeps pressing.
Sounds like there's an incident up there at the top of turn 4. One cart around right before they enter the kink. Not sure who that was that went around. Maybe the 21 of Sonardo.
Is that right? Because
I don't.
Excuse me.
It's the 21 cart, so yes, that was Xander Sonardo going around there,
So the
exiting technically turn 5.
The action we are seeing here is for 4th place with Fino holding off John Mark Nunley. We're coming down with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go with the parallel flags shown there. There's a signal for everything here in racing, and we're coming into turn number 2 and seeing what Nunley can do with Fino. Nothing yet so far except stay right there, right tight on the rear bumper, waiting for that opportunity. Now, this will be a good place to see where Nunley thinks he might have an advantage. Is it going up the hill? Is it coming down the hill? Is it braking late? Regardless of that, it's also waiting for a mistake, and that could be what's necessary. It depends on whether Fino wants to. Maybe he'll go in too hard, give him an opening to the inside. There's no telling what will happen here as we're going through the last of the S's, up the back straightaway here and around turn 15. 14. Now we're into 15.
Lincoln Massey has just taken the white flag, so he's got some serious separation between him and second. As they cross the line, it was 5.176 of separation.
So still with the fourth place battle here as it's Finno still holding off the 58 of John Mark Nunley. Nunley giving him a nudge going up the hill, so he had a little momentum, but not enough to pull out and try to get around. Looking outside, peeking inside as they go through the chicane there. Now, there we go. Nunley's looking for something. He's got very little real estate left to do anything about it. He's going to try. He's going to take him going into turn number 16 and 17. Will he be able to hold on? Excuse me. Yep. I'm sorry, that was going into turn 10, rather. I got so excited I forgot where I was. So Nunley had him, but here comes Finno trying to get back around before they get. Now we're in turn number 15, going into 16, and it's Nunley holding him off there. But he goes in too hard. Finno's getting underneath, but he won't have the momentum to make the pass back, and Nunley will hold on to fourth place. So there we go. That's the finish of our junior pre-final after 8 laps. We're complete with Lincoln Massey, your winner, Luke Corman second, Brentley Carter will be third. That great battle in the last 2 laps between John Mark Nunley holding off Maddox Finno, and that's your top 5. The rest of the field, Leon Robertson, the fourth, Xander Sonardo, and Brady Hinkle rounding out the field. That was a fun one to look for. It wasn't for the win, but racing is racing, and that was a good battle there, and great strategy and execution there by John Mark Nunley. I think a good demonstration of racecraft.
Normally we have a tendency to follow the leader, but when the leader's so far checked out, we look a little further back and try and find the best action we can on track, and that was definitely that battle. Sorry, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
Back to you guys.
Back to us.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ollie.
Yeah, back to the real talent.
Back to you, Ollie.
Lauren, what do you got?
It's gold.
All right,
Ollie. Oh goodness! All right, all the pop culture references. Here we go.
So, Will, why don't you tell the folks at home some of the things that we've got going on here at Atlanta Motorsports Park?
You got to be a little more specific than that, Steve. There is so much going on at Atlanta Motorsports Park right now.
Well, what new things is going on?
Well, right now they've just started, and you can kind of barely see it off the side of this shot right here. We've got the trackside villas. Actually, there's circuit villas. I should get the name correct. Circuit villas are actually, they just broke ground. They're getting ready to get started. Going to be an awesome project once they get that going. Basically, they're going to have shots of both tracks. Like, you'll be able to get on your front balcony, look at the main track, get on your rear balcony, and look at the kart track. So going to be one of the best seats in the house. So basically they're going to be around what would be turns 4 and 5 on the big track and turns 14 through 16 on the kart track. And they just sold out 46 circuit villas. Sorry. The other ones were trackside condos and then circuit villas. So I got to
get it right, Will.
Got to retrain my brain here, but it's going to be an awesome project, and they're scheduled to get finished about this time next year. So looking forward to that. I know all the owners were excited, and
any owners that are listening, a little bit of a kickback, have it broadcast in your in your villa.
Oh, there we go. We could have we'll have the throwback between races to the studio crew.
Yeah, there we go. We'll go back and forth.
Villas, yeah.
What did you order today, Steve? I am smelling something.
That is a chicken sandwich of some sort. I don't remember the name of it.
Smells good. Mm-hmm. We're going to do our Steve's review
in just a minute.
Yep. From Fuel Kitchen, let's make sure we mention that. Any of you
and
who
you
are
got
here,
about a quarter of a lap because they just got the.
So I'm going to take a quick one bite.
All right, then I will go ahead and introduce the LO206 cadets who are coming up now. The LO206, yes sir, LO206 cadets. We have 6 karts in the lineup here. We've got Hunter Wilson, Kyle Farrell, Leonidas Robles, Harrison Burklow, Easton Bailey, and Alex Schomer are your starting 6 as they come to the line. And
don't
I think they're going to get
maybe did they get a green?
They did, in fact, get green. Thank you, Mr. Director, for showing us the not showing us the lights. And here we go into turn number 2 down the hill. Again, we talk about the elevation changes here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, but they are going down this really steep hill going into turn number 2, and so you've got way more momentum than just the kart alone is giving you. As we got action up front already. As we're seeing Hunter Wilson, I believe, making the move there, taking the lead. Let's see if we can pick up some numbers on these things. We need Mr. Director, Mr. Producer, we need those little bubbles over the top of them like they have on Fox to show us who's who.
Yeah, who the drivers are. Well, you got to get that first lap in before we get some good scoring.
That's actually Harrison Burklow is your second place runner. I did make out his number. And it's hard. Even the colors of the karts are hard to make out. Best you can do are the helmets. And here they come to the line. There we go. Alex Schomer was your leader. Harrison Burklow charging up to second. Hunter Wilson, Easton Bailey, Leonidas Robles, and Kyle Farrell is your running order here as we've completed lap 1 of 8 in this Cadet pre-final here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Day 2, round 5 of the Summer Series. I'm sitting here alongside my buddy Steve, and he's.
I'm watching right now.
I was looking to see if he was still eating his sandwich.
I took one bite, and I'll give that review in just a second.
No indication of the quality of the sandwich. He only took one bite. I'm not going to say anything.
I only take one bite when I first judge something, so I'm having to think of how I'm comparing this to something.
Okay. So genius at work here to my left, folks. So we'll continue watching the action here as the 78 kart of Alex Schomer continues to lead Harrison Burklow. As they come to the completion of lap number 2, they'll round turn number 17, come through the staging grid into the line. Let's get an interval there. It's about 0.19 second, about 0.2 of a second gap. So they're practically nose to tail here, going down that steep hill into turn 2. And just as steep as 2 is, that climb back up to 3 is just as steep, and so you'll see as much momentum as they have. They try to conserve and preserve as much of that coming out of 2 because they're going to need it going into 3. And the only problem is there's a pretty sharp turn at the bottom of 2 that you've got to really woe down for so that you can get through that corner. Now, part we're looking at here is coming out of that hairpin into turn 10 into the S's, then on to the back straightaway portion, which is turns 14, 15. And we'll hit that gentle curve into 14, and there's 15. Then the 2-turn combination of 16 and 17 to complete lap number 3 here. Oh, looking on the inside was Burklow.
He's still on the inside.
Yeah, but Schomer bobbled right as he decided to tuck back in line. So he had actually an opportunity there, but he thought better of it a little bit too soon, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But here we go again. 1-2, Schomer and Burklow turned it into a 2-kart race so far. But as any of you have watched the races here over the years, you know that anything can happen. That we've seen leaders spin out with an unforced error, and we've seen them spin out with a forced error.
Right at the line.
All sorts of things
can happen. Right past the line. During the checkers.
Right on the cool-down lap, Al. Sorry, I didn't say anything. Anyway, I hope he doesn't go back and watch this. And here we go. Burklow looking to the inside as they head towards turn number 14, looking to the outside as we go past those Circuit Villa barriers there, the Circuit Villa turn. Maybe we should start calling it that until they come up with another name for it, and then we come up to lap number 4. We have completed halfway now for these cadets in their 8-lap pre-final.
Well, there was a kart that was coming back out. I don't know what happened there. Looked like they were coming out of the staging area almost. I don't know if you caught the corner of the screen.
Yeah,
there.
I saw somebody emerging.
I don't know if that was a spin or if that was a very late entry.
Harrison Burklow still trying to figure out the way around Alex Schomer. Now, maybe he's just testing a few things up.
There we go.
Just even as we speak. Got him. Nice move there into turn number 9. And
it's going to be close.
He still holds inside position.
They're side by side, banging pods.
And look at that as Schomer holds on. But we had a little passing action. That's the kind that doesn't count in the stats as a lead change because they count them at the start-finish line. But that's what makes racing great is there's action all over the track here as Alex Schomer will come out of 17, still leading, although he didn't lead the entire lap. He led the part that counts when you come to the line. So your leader now still is Alex Schomer. Harrison Burklow is second. Let's get the gap back. 3.7 seconds back to Easton Bailey now. So, again, it's a two-kart race between Schomer and Burklow. Burklow's shown he can get around. What he hasn't shown is that he can stay around after he's made that move. Now we're coming through under our position here at turn number 4 into 5 and 6 and 7, which is that little switch back there, that chicane, kink. We can come up with all sorts of names for it, and Burklow was thinking about it again. Couldn't quite get alongside to complete the move, but that was where he made the move the last time, and that may be what we see when we get closer to the end of this race, where he decides he makes his moves. He sees that he can get around. It's just a matter of how do you close the door once you do that.
Now we see the battle still brewing here between Schomer and Burklow. Burklow is going to peek down to the inside here. They're going to be side by side to the line.
Who's got the
2
momentum?
laps.
Not quite, but he is to the inside. Will he? Nope, will not challenge going into 1.
Schomer holds the lead. 2 laps remaining. They're coming down turn 2. Still Schomer in the lead, but Burklow going to give him a run for his money. He's already right back on his tail. See if he presses the issue entering turn 6. That's been his strong suit this afternoon.
He's been braking late here, coming into 9.
And you see him
And
set up right there.
There he goes.
He's
Thought about it anyhow, but not quite this time. I think he may just be wanting to be right up on the bumper so he can get a run on him.
The Schomer playing the defense right now, but
looking to the
coming
outside
almost
here.
Side by side coming through the curb hop.
Inside of 14, yep. Kind of ran out of racetrack there. Will that cost him? Because this is going to be the white flag this time around. He only have 17 turns to decide it after this point.
It was barely any separation last time at the line. Now it's almost half a second of separation. Coming down into turn 2. That tricky, 43 and a half feet of elevation change? All in one go, up one side, down the other? Or vice versa, down one side, up the other.
Or either way, I think it works. It depends on which direction you're going.
Yeah, you're not wrong. As long as you're going the right direction.
So if Harrison Burklow is going to make the move, will it be here at turn 9 where he's shown he can get around, or will he try to get it through 14 like he did before, maybe not hit the curve? There he goes. He did it through 9 into 10 and 11.
Oh, what a chop.
And
through
he
the
goes
grass.
off-road. That may be it right there. That's the race. Yeah, he makes an Italian street gesture there to Alex Schomer.
That will be reviewable by race director. Absolutely. That looked like he cut him off clear as day. Didn't give him a line. So race director will probably be hopping in here in just a moment.
So here we come out of 17 for the final time to finish this one up. And, yes, your winner for the moment, your provisional winner will be Alex Schomer, Harrison Burklow second. The rest of the field comes through. Here comes Bailey in third. And here we go again this will be Hunter Wilson across. Kyle Farrell and Leonidas Robles will finish up your 6-car field in this pre-final. Let's see if we can get
that got a little crazy there on that last lap. Will, what are you thinking over there?
I'm thinking a lot of things like, how does this instant replay work?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to ask on mic.
That's
if we had replays.
Speaking of, race director comes in here about the time that we.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this.
All right, little inside baseball here as we've got race director looking in at seeing what happened.
So we're going to go back just a little bit. On the screen, you're seeing scales right now. Unofficially, though, until race director makes a judgment call here, Schomer is currently listed as your number 1 driver. Burklow listed as second. Easton Bailey was third. Hunter Wilson fourth. Kyle Farrell fifth. And Leonidas Robles in sixth.
And we're looking at the replay here.
So I believe we'll get it on screen momentarily.
We can turn our heads and look over at the
Yeah, the director's screen.
At the director's monitor here. He's going to wind it back again. Let's see if we can see that. Once we get a ruling, then we can actually show it to all you little people as well. Here we go. So the question is, was there room given, or was there, because you've got to give the racing line, but it looks to me that he was just going too fast, So here we go, coming out. Was there contact? I don't know. I think it was just a racing line, and he got a little out of control, and I think he kind of just lost. He lost his line. But I don't know. I don't make the rules or enforce them.
I'm glad I no longer do that. I'm glad I'm no longer a race director or race controller or any of that fun stuff. I'm just the guy that sits up here and talks. So while we have a moment, here we go. Let's get the full replay here. So you see as they come through the entry to 6, the white helmet, which was Schomer, a little bit of contact there. So
yeah,
I think that's going to be ruled as a racing incident. So
this is
the official word is a racing incident from racing director. So that's what we're getting there. It was just a racing incident. So
this is like the United Football League, where we go in and we actually listen to the listen to them while they're deciding on replay.
The best thing is when the race director comes in here, we get to heckle him.
Yeah. We'll be like, hey man, this is what we think.
No. If I was the race director, this is how I would call it. But hey, no pressure on you.
You know what I can make a judgment call on? This Fuel Kitchen. All right.
Yeah, let's go back to the Steve reviews.
So Steve reviews Fuel Kitchen foods. All right. So today I went with the classic chicane sandwich.
And just so everybody knows, Steve paid full price for this. This is not This is not prompted by AMP.
No,
this is God's honest review
on Steve. So today was the classic chicane sandwich, which is a chicken sandwich, fresh buttermilk marinated chicken breast, crispy fried pickles, and fuel sauce served on a buttered brioche bun. It's $10. And I'm going to give an honest review here. I took one bite of it, and I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. The sauce has definitely got a good tangy mix to it. It's a little bit of a kick.
Almost, I know you're a sauce guy, Steve.
I am very much a sauce guy.
Hey, I don't do ranch. Anything I eat's got to get lathered up.
I don't use ranch because ranch is just for children.
They're fighting words, Steve.
Those are fighting words. My sister says the same thing. She'll take a bucket of ranch and dip a piece of pizza in it.
I will say Cool Ranch Doritos only belong in the trash. So that's
yes.
The only time I will side with you on ranch.
Ranch I can't do. I am a blue cheese kind of guy.
How about you, Bill?
I pretty much eat anything.
Same.
I'll eat Cool Ranch if the nacho cheese Doritos aren't there. I love pretty much anything that doesn't have liver on it. I'm good.
As I continue to eat.
So now as lunch break is ending here, we're looking at the LO206 seniors. This will be our last pre-final race of today's program. Another 8 laps with the LO206 seniors. Got a big field, 27 karts in the lineup here. We'll just run down the list of who's here. Ryan Florentino, Grady Hughes, Victor Valley, Bodie Reeves, Wesley Bacon, Zoe Porter, Eli Russell, Zane Reeves, Alex Mueller, Evan Knox, Lucas Karoba, Graham Jacobson, Jaden Fowler, Logan Kowalski, Stella.
Did I read that
Carson
correctly?
Craig.
27?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Jacob Spencer, Evan Garvey, Zach Frank.
Forget lunch break.
Brandon Mobes. William Canner, almost there. Danny May. The legendary Danny May. And Anthony Nunez.
So as they
our starting lineup. And here they come. Boy.
I've put the lunch aside for a minute. We got to watch this.
Look at that.
Wave off there on the first go. Probably get them a little bit more mowed down. That's a lot of karts.
They need to do them 4x4 like they do in sprint cars and do a salute lap as they go.
4x salute on the Wave off. I'm all for it. I need pyro.
If they have enough trouble getting started 2 by 2, imagine just trying
Jeremy,
to get them
I know
lined
you're
up.
watching this race, and I know you can hear us. So I'm suggesting we do pyro for the next big race like this. I want to blow some stuff up. I know you'll be into that.
Oh, a little bit of contact there. Looks like Graham Jacobson didn't quite woe up quick enough and gave a little shunt there to the cart in front of him. Let's see what happens now as they come to the line to take, we hope, get the green light. And
there we go.
It is green. Green is
Everybody
out.
staying nice and double file all the way through the trams. Coming into turn 1, it's 27 carts of mayhem all the way down into turn 2.
Here's the fun part. Right here.
Let's see what happens here. We're going to make it all the way through turn 2. 3 wide action
right
midway up the pack.
4 wide.
There was the 4 wide salute.
And look at that. He took all 3 carts that he got 4 wide with, too. I got to say.
Oh, boy, we're getting 3 wide action here coming into the kink. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's saying, never mind.
Sideways, we got 3
Caution flag. That was an immaculate save, though. That could have been a whole lot worse. So caution flag going to come out in
pulled
turn
the fairing
6.
off of the front of his cart, though. And a little bit of damage there. Not enough to stop him, I imagine, but it did.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go 3 wide into the kink. Usually it's a little bit more of an excursion, but boy, what a save, able to woe those carts down just enough to where they just slid into the grass.
Here we come out of turn number 16 or 17 to finish the first lap. And our leader is Ryan Fiorentino, Wesley Bacon second, Carson Craig third, Zach Frank. It will be number 4, and William Cantor is your 5th place runner.
Boy, oh boy.
An eventful first lap there, Steve.
Yeah. This is going to be one of the biggest races today next to the Master Division.
They've kind of got it figured out, though, at least as far as the front half of the field got them nose to tail finally, got it sorted out. Because is any of you familiar with racing knows you can't win it on the first lap, but
there
you
we
can
go. There's a
lose it on the
replay of
first
what
lap.
happened on the first lap. We didn't get cart numbers there, but boy, that could have been a whole lot worse. They come 3 wide through the kink.
But yeah, their race is over pretty much for the ground they lost on that.
Yeah, that's going to put them to the rear of the field. That was 3 drivers that more than likely will start at the rear of the final. That is if they can get their carts fixed in time. So when they cross the line, that was Florentino, Schomer, Burke. That's not right.
It's like Florentino, Bacon, and Craig. Now that sounds like a law firm.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? How on the online it's all jacked up.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm holding my reliable Android Samsung phone here in front of me.
Ew.
Who's having the problems?
Well, I mean, this is powered by HP, so it's a Windows software system. So I would say Windows is having the problem.
So Ryan, anyway, Florentino, Bacon, and Craig are your top 3 as we see them nose to tail there, trying to get some separation from the rest of the field. Let's get an interval as we come across the line here between 3rd and 4th. We've got
a little under
about a second,
and a half.
1.2 seconds between 3rd and 4th. That front 3 wisely sticking together and waiting till later in the race to race it out. We've got a local caution as a cart is off track. Like
trying to see where that's at. I believe that might be a turn 2.
Because he's going up the hill coming out of 2, so it would happen somewhere down there. Meanwhile, the top 3 not quite able to completely distance themselves from 4th position. But 4th and 5th are in a pack together. There we go. That was number 34. Let's get that one quickly if I can look her up here. 34 is
that's Evan
Knox. Yes.
Following back on our leaders, that's the top 3 of Florentino, Bacon, and Craig. As they come to the halfway point.
Halfway already. They're setting a great pace here as they are now now close to a second and a half ahead of 4th place Zach Frank. up that hill. Wheels starting to turn, plotting that last lap, maybe last 2 lap strategy for how to get around the leader, how to improve your position and get that better starting spot in the final later on this afternoon here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Again, you're watching day 2 of round 5 of the summer series, and some hand signals going out. I saw 2 fingers go up.
2, which I'm guessing that means 2 to go before we completely unleash it.
They said, y'all can pass me in 2 laps, even though we're a lap and a half from the finish.
Yeah, I mean, with this, it's all about strategy.
So here we come to the line, and it's going to be the white flag out this time, right? No,
nope,
I'm sorry.
More.
We were halfway last time. Excuse me. We are 5 laps in. We completed lap 5, 3 to go now.
Don't be jipping us no laps.
No, I know it. And here we go, coming
We can see
through.
the separation now starting to occur between Florentino and Bacon. Craig kind of being left out there at the moment.
Almost a 2-second gap back to 4th now, so I think it's prudent to stay in line at least for a little bit longer.
Now Craig has now closed back up that gap.
Now those are Wilbite carts in second and
Yes.
third. Okay, I noticed the colors there. So
Yeah, they kind of run the same colors, same helmets, same race suits. Makes it kind of easy to determine who those guys are. There's a lot of them out there today. I want to say, I think Will said he's got like 25.
Oh, goodness.
So 2 to go up in the air right now, Popsicle Sticks.
Well, good thing they don't make in-race pit stops, because it'd be hard to tell which cart's coming into your pit space. That's the difference.
Hot pit.
Back in the day when all the team cars were painted the same in NASCAR, I keep thinking of I go back to 1970. That's how old I am. Is that those 2 Superbirds would come down. They had to paint the nose of Pete Hamilton's car red so they'd know it was him coming down pit road, because otherwise those 2 petty blue cars, you couldn't tell.
So if you're just now following along, again, it's Florentino up front, Bacon second, Craig third. That is our top 3. We are still in pre-finals. Couple more laps remaining here, so they're going to come to the white flag this time by. So they're going to come through what we call David's Bend into turn 14 and 15.
Well, now, is Craig just biding his time, keeping a little bit of distance? Or
I think Craig is content on starting outside or inside row 2.
Well, that's true. You definitely don't want to risk a bad starting position in what is essentially a qualifying race.
Yes.
But they're still racers.
Yeah.
And from our perspective, we like it when there he goes, scooting, doing the little scoot up the hill.
The boot scoot.
Yep.
A little bit of boogie.
There they go. Come through 4 and 5, past us, down the hill through that kink of 6 and 7. Looking into 8. If there is going to be any attempts, it might be right here. We saw it in the last race going into turn numbers 9 and 10, but no, into the S's.
Got a cart down out there in the S's.
Yep, we got somebody unbuckling up there, getting out. And up there goes Craig looking. This may be just making notes for the final, too.
But Craig going to poke to the inside, outside. Here he goes. He's going to go for second. Is he going to hold him off? Little bit of contact, but he holds him. He'll take second position as long as he can maintain the line. Checkered flag goes out. Florentino, Craig, Bacon. There's a lot of action behind them.
They come to the line stacked up there.
Yeah, that was a lot all at once.
Our unofficial results here then will be Ryan.
Yeah, we got a pile up here.
There's a
turn 9.
pile up in 9.
There's
Oh, my Lord.
3 carts out there. We're on your shot right now, Ethan.
So that is 4 carts piled up out there in turn 9. I have not seen anybody hit that wall in a long time, so who knows what in the world happened.
And just so you know, they put the used tires in that tire wall. So those tires he's throwing did not come off the carts.
There are tires everywhere.
So we see Benu Yedla, looks like maybe the 12 machine of Eli Russell, maybe the 52 of Logan Kozlowski out there. And Zane Reeves. So those are the 3 drivers that I see down there that might be involved in this. Yes, that's the 14 of Reeves.
That's definitely
Banu Yedla. And there's another driver out there that I can't make out. I think that might be Eli Russell in the white cart.
That's 52.
That's 52. Yeah, that's Logan Kowalski.
They're definitely going to have a full trailer for the Ride of Shame.
Yeah, that's going to take them a second. Even see, this is what it's all about here. Even though there was a massive wreck there, drivers are still willing to help move that wall back into place to continue racing for the next race.
Isn't that like the campers? You just leave it as you found it?
Yeah.
Pack it in, pack it out.
I don't think I remember when we put in that wall. I put in that wall many, many years ago. And
we had a guy wreck at the main track one time, and we found his cell phone 6 months later.
Jeez.
In the tire wall when we went to restack it.
Jeez.
And sure enough, plugged it in and it worked just fine. It's kind of crazy.
I've seen all kinds of crazy things lost out in the track.
Usually it's GoPros. That's the big thing everybody hears. Like, did you find my GoPro? Did you find my GoPro?
Well, I'm not talking race day. I'm talking like public karting sessions. Now, there's signs everywhere that says, please remove anything that's in your pocket. And, we've had that for years. There's even lockers here to put your stuff in.
While we got a chance here, let's get the final rundown of that pre-final. Well, Ryan Fiorentino was your winner, followed by Carson Craig, Wesley Bacon, Zach Frank, William Cantor, Evan Knox, Lucas Caroba, Alex Mueller, Jaden Fowler, Danny May, Zoe Porter, Graham Jacobson, Evan Garvey, Victor Valley, Grady Hughes, Jacob Spencer, Bodie Reeves, Anthony Nunez, Brandon Mobes, Zane Reeves, Logan Kowalski, and Eli Russell. And that will wrap up our field there. It says 25, but my numbering goes wonky.
I think it was actually 25.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think it was 23 actually, but and there we go. So that will conclude our pre-final action for the morning. Now we'll go into afternoon action where we'll bring out the LO206 Masters again for their 12-lap final. So we'll get 50% more action.
Yeah.
For no additional cost.
Hey, look, there's a track dog. I love track dogs.
Oh, I got to pet him on the way in. He was very sweet. It was funny. I was walking by. He just kind of nosed because I was carrying my headset in its case, and he kind of nosed it like I had a lunchbox or something.
I have now interviewed 7 track dogs this season, and I'm so thankful for it. I love doing it. There's usually not a response. I took my dog recently. I was calling USCS sprint cars up at North Georgia Speedway and Sugar Creek Raceway. And I took my dog, and Charlie loves to watch High Limit at home.
Okay.
He'll sit on, we have a little section of the couch he sits on, and he is focused. I'm talking like zoned in. Casey Kane's his favorite driver.
Okay.
Keep rolling.
Yes, 100%. Those of you that get that joke, there's not probably many of you out here. There might be a couple of you that are in NSP. If you are, welcome, brethren. But yes, so he's a big Casey Kane fan, and we took him out to the track to let him watch all the 360 sprint action, and boy oh boy was it absolutely hilarious watching him lose it. He didn't bark or anything. He sat in my lap as I'm calling the race, and I had to stand up, and I put him on my shoulder like a parrot, and he's just back and forth the entire time. And I honestly think if I handed him a microphone, he could interview the winner. So we are seeing recovery now of...
They're just loading up the party barge right now.
What song's playing on the party barge, Will?
Probably some Margaritaville, I would think. Yeah.
No copyright.
Fair use.
I like mine with lettuce and tomato.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
LO6 Masters in Paradise.
Well, this was seniors.
Was this?
Yes, this was
No,
seniors.
I just put seniors up on the thing. Oh, that was seniors?
That was seniors.
Oh, well, what do we got coming up next?
Masters.
we have Masters final.
Masters.
Oh, we're already worked way through the.
Yeah,
these days go quick.
We're at the
these
old
2
cross
days are.
flags.
Yeah. My bad. I just realized we had a score bug. I just updated that.
Get it together, Will.
Look, I got a lot of rust I got to get off the I have not directed a show like this in quite some time.
Yeah, usually we have Mikey for that. I think, didn't Mikey have to work today?
Yeah, unfortunately, Mikey got a new job, so he is over at the Lowe's in Gainesville. So if you got any doors or window needs, go see Mikey. He is normally our fearless leader on the computer here telling everybody what to do, but
Now it's Will.
yeah, now it's me today. So we really shifting up everybody. So we've got normally Michaela, who's our production assistant here in the tower running graphics, got her out on the tower cam right now. Still got our main man, Ethan Denny, out there on Cowboy Cam giving us all the shots right
trooper.
now. He really is the glue that keeps this team together. I think without Ethan, there is no broadcast. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to everybody. Of course, got the man himself, Bill Rigdon, in the booth up here, Stephen Newbold, holding it down in my absence, even though obviously I'm still here, but doing about 5 jobs at one time trying to run this computer, make sure we get all the shots.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on Steve. I was wrong, and I just can't do this broadcast without you.
Do I get hazard pay for saying this?
Yeah, Steve's making awkward eye contact with Bill right now.
I can make so many bad jokes
I'm just
right
saying,
now.
be careful, Steve. You're about to get
I've had the young man. Now, now
2 generations are about to lay on you here. I don't know if you want this smoke.
I'm prepared. Oh, boy.
See, this is a little taste of what the Will and Steve show was like when when we call the action over at Lanier. We were doing Caffeine and Octane a little bit last year, the mall show, and I think that's what got us fired. We went a little too far off the rails.
Did we actually get fired from that?
I have no idea. I think they just stopped over the
They
winter
called
time
us, and they were like, hey, yeah, we're good.
We're getting some requests for footage on some of this to see
Well,
what happened.
I think we might be in a little bit of a break period here, so I'm going to eat real fast.
All right.
Here's some replay footage of all of the action that occurred during that last race. You know, see the 3 wide action. Look at the saves, though. I mean, that could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, but I feel bad for the 2 behind him that got caught up in it. That's always that's where that's racing comes from, is when you get caught up in that. We're gonna look at some of whatever we have on replay here.
Bill, I'm going to leave that to you. I'm going to go ahead and destroy what's left of the sandwich.
Sit here and watch Steve eat his sandwich as I'm sitting here working on an aggressive weight loss regimen, which is actually going pretty well if anybody really cares. But I'm actually weigh less than my son for the first time in a very long time. I'm very happy about that. I'm thinking of challenging him to karting when we go on our boys trip in September. We're going to see about that. He's not listening to me right now say that, so I hope he doesn't hold me to it. Anyway, but speaking of karting, you can come out here, and these are the fastest karts in Georgia here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. The Arrive and Drive karting, they're always refreshing and updating the equipment out here too. But this is a very challenging course. It's not just a parking lot full of cones. I mean, it's got the elevation changes. It's got the technique corners, the place where you practice your racecraft on this, or you can learn. You can see it's not nearly as easy as these guys make it look when you get behind the wheel of these things. These karts take a lot out of you physically, and especially here in Georgia in the summertime, add the heat on top of that, although granted it's a little cooler up here in the mountains of North Georgia, which is nice, but it's a lot of fun. It's a learning experience, and it's fun to get out here with your buddies. You can schedule events out here and bring your company out here, corporate events, all sorts of things you can do here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. We're on Duck Thurman Road. I love that name for a road. Duck Thurman Road in Dawsonville, just outside of Dawsonville. And it's an excellent facility. It's a country club for motorheads. So if you are a racing enthusiast, you have a vehicle that you can't open up on the highways, at least not legally, here's the place to do it. You can come out here and get a membership, get some, which includes track time all through the year. And it's fun watching the members out there with their cars as well on the big track. Now, what you're looking at now, of course, is the 0.85 mile, 17-turn kart track, but there's a 16-turn big track there, which is designed to really to F1 specs. Some portions of the track are lifted from other famous courses, such as the carousel that's in turn number, I think it's turn number 5 is the carousel. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done a race on the big track, but it's all sorts of interesting technical skills required to successfully run that track as well. So anyway, that is the big track here at AMP, but right now we're talking karts. We're in the middle of a little bit of discussion as to the ending of that last race, just making sure that there don't need to be any penalties exacted for the incidents that occurred at the tail end of the LO206 senior pre-final, which is what we're in a little bit of a break from. We are going to get the LO206 Masters underway fairly soon. We're running a little behind on that because we're again trying to get the footage off of the race cams here that William is running over to my right. I think they pretty much have made their assessments of what happened and what they can glean from the video evidence that we have. So coming up will be a 12-lap, the first 12-lap final race here in day number 2 of round 5 of the summer karting series here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Alongside Stephen DeBolt, I'm Bill Rigdon, and we are having a great time here. Director Will Rigdon.
If you call it that.
If we call it, yes. Now, everybody in family, he's William. And everybody he knows calls him Will. And so I'm always stuck whether to call him Will or William. And we have some other names. His mom has a really good name for him that I won't mention here. But anyhow.
You're going to make me change all my passwords.
Oh, that's true. That is that is a password on.
Yeah, why don't you just tell them the last 4 digits of my social, too, while we're at it.
6145.
Anyhow.
8675.
8675309. That's maybe 2 over the head of some of our younger
Sorry,
audience.
as we were playing with this replay,
25 or 6 to 4.
Got a great. I don't know if you saw it while Dad was hawking the main
didn't.
track. Got a great shot here of that incident from the
other angle.
From
yes.
the other angle. First time kink cams actually come in handy.
Usually it misses it, but it got it that time.
We could slow it down here.
I wonder if you know.
But this is why they tell you in the driver's briefing during public karting, you don't go too wide in the kink.
Now,
let alone 3 wide in race karts.
Are you allowed to cut that corner or cut that those rumble strip? Oh no, there's a penalty in and of itself.
As long as you don't go 4 off, you're allowed to put 2 tires, on it.
Because it looks like he would have done better by holding his line rather than trying to get back in, under the strip.
Now, Will, I kind of want to do something a little different. I want to see if you're on board for this.
And now for something completely different.
I want to take the wireless mic and go call MRN style.
Go do an MRN on the balcony?
Yes.
All right.
I think I'm in for that. I'll take the top of let's go from 3 to the entrance of the backstretch, so right past Kink Cam. I'll take that, and we'll try something a little different here.
Are you gonna leave the old man up in the booth all by himself?
Yeah, I want to try something a little different.
All right, then I'll have to get.
Hopefully the mic will reach out there.
I have to toss it to you.
Well, you gotta get a headset on so you can hear us.
Oh yeah, that's always important.
See, this is what happens when you have these unexpected downtime.
So what do we turn to? I don't know how this works.
You gotta get a headset. We are on. Oh, yeah, this would be a good time to hawk the radio station. 88.7 FM.
That's right.
Tune in trackside and listen to all the calls here. Bill, Steve, and Will up in the booth.
88.7 on your radio dial. WAMP.
It has such a good ring to it for the radio station.
WAMP radio.
Well, you better hurry up, Steve. We got Karts on track.
Yeah, I'm headed out there now.
And there he goes, leaving the booth.
I got it working.
Steve DeBold, the man our man on the corner, one of the corners anyway. We have 17 of them, but he's going to cover one. Going to cover the heck out of that corner. I tell you what.
I'm going to come right here and cover right out here at the technically turn 5. Hopefully, there's no CEOs out here that might get caught on a drone.
Oh, man, has that gotten some legs.
We do have a Jumbotron, so it's possible that could happen.
Yeah, we did talk about making a kiss cam graphic.
Here willing to do it. So. Oh, boy, this is going to be great.
All righty. Well, here we go, starting our finals program. This will be the first final of the afternoon. We've got the LO206 Masters.
It's mayhem time.
Coming out of turn number 17 down to the line. And they're going to get a wave around. That gives us a chance to set up a little bit more. Can also give you the lineup. Jose Garcia, Anthony Bolt, Danny May, Todd Barron, Eric Fagan, Chris McCoy, Ryan Spirowski, Aaron Putnam, Tyler Swan, Joshua Smoker, Zach Thomas, Chris Orencia, Sebastian Velasquez, Matt Lassiter, Aaron Cox, Grant Lockwood, Leon Robertson III, Tyson Swan, Adam Phillips, Paul McElree, Corey Linder, and Waiting for Data. Part of that famous Data family. Insufficient, I think, is the patriarch of that one, and Waiting for. Yes, please go ahead.
I'm not sure exactly what happened. We had 2 carts that kind of, I guess, went the wrong way. They didn't use the cut through, so there's 2 of them coming through the S's now.
Holy crow, that's going to take a little while, so they're going to have to, will they just woe them down, or are they going to make them go through the cut through one more time?
We're being told that there is a red flag. Not sure if something occurred elsewhere on track. So there is a red flag being displayed, so we will ask everybody that's on the balcony, if you could, please step inside for us, if we can make that happen.
And then we ourselves will go offline for a couple seconds until this gets handled.
All right. So we're going to go dark for just a moment here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. We are in a red flag situation while we see what happened. And we'll get this taken care of.
Word from race control is it's just a red flag to get this sorted, so this might not be extended.
Okay.
There's no injuries, so.
I don't know. I think my pride would be hurt if I had missed the cutoff, but other than that.
Yeah, everybody's good to come back on the balcony. They're good. You can send them back, Steve.
Yeah, you might want to pot yourself up there, Wilbur. Hey, Steve, everybody can come back in. This is just red flag to get everything reconfigured. We're good.
I just told everybody to come in, and now we're told to good go, now that I know the situation. So everything's all good. Everybody's coming back. We've got drivers up here, or we got fans up here with signs, so we probably need to.
Excellent.
We probably need to get that on the stream if we can. I'm just now seeing this.
Anybody got any Steve signs up there?
I don't know. I don't think there's any Steve signs. I don't know if they're rooting for Steve. Might be rooting for Will.
And there's a look at the crowd on the balcony. You got to know somebody to be up there. This is kind of like those seats at Monte Carlo, in Monaco. You just have to be part of the elite. All right.
Does that mean I'm part of the elite?
You're working press, so
I get a pass.
You get a pass.
Okay,
you got that right. So again, this is the final for the LO206 Masters. We've got a 21 car field coming through.
So you did it too, Bill.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
he put the T on the end.
Cart.
Oh, okay, barely.
21 cart field coming out of turn number 17, and there's our turn 5 reporter waving at the wrong camera is Steve. And green is out. We have the green light. Green flag is out as we pile into turn number 1. There's still 2x2 going over and down the hill into 2. This is where everyone gets separated or sorted out here, going up the hill.
Coming into
Still 2x2.
Coming into turn 3, MRN style. Looks like we're going to have the 111 leading, followed by the 11 and the 87. A lot of carts, all single file now, coming through the kink into the backstretch. Just now entering the S's. Back to you, Bill.
Good job there as the carts all get singled out going through before they get to the kink. No incidents going there as they are watching them come through turn number 10 now as they exit that hairpin and going into the S's.
So we do have a spinner down at the entry of the S's. Local caution, driver getting moved back around. I cannot see the number from here.
Well, if you were here, you could be able to see. Well, actually, I can't either because the camera's not on him. But anyhow,
I can see the broadcast live.
the field coming through turn number 17. Now, that was, here we go, number 66. Is that right? As we were completing lap number 1. That spinner was Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas is in the number 66 was who you did not see the number of there, Steve. And we're watching the field now coming in back by your position. Take it away.
So the 111, the 11, and the 87 are top 3 coming through, leading this big group of carts. Little bit of 2x2 action coming into the kink. Further back in the field, they are now entering the backstretch.
All right, your leader coming across the line for lap number 1 was Todd Barron, followed by Eric Fagan, then Matt Lassiter, Joshua Smoker, and Adam Phillips. That is subject to change the next time by, and that will happen in just a few moments as we are watching the field go into turn number 13, into that 14-15 combination, and then we'll see 16 and 17 very soon. There's turn 15 even as we speak, and we go into 16, then 17 down to the line as we'll get a check at the line. Eric Fagan now in the 111 is your leader. Todd Barron is second. Matt Lassiter third. Joshua Smoker fourth. Tyson Swan is fifth. Watch them go up the hill, then down into turn number 4 by you, Steve.
Fagan has the lead as they come into the kink. Right behind him is Barron, followed by Lassiter, Smoker, and Swan. Now you see the group of 2. That's Fagan and Barron. A little bit of a gap now between him and Lassiter.
Well, Fagan and Barron are 1 and 2 and starting to put a little distance between themselves and the rest of the pack at the line. It's about a half a second of difference from first to third. Now a hand signal there from Lassiter back to Smoker. They need to get together, probably get in line and run these guys down because, again, this is the final. This is the one for the hardware, so you don't hold back at this point. We are in a lap 3 of a 12-lap final as we come by the line to complete lap number 3. Again, Fagan, Barron, Lassiter, Smoker, Swan, your top 5. And those are the first 5 you see there in your camera shot. Back in a little bit is Adam Phillips. He's a second and a half off of the lead, but still within striking distance of the top 5. So we really got 6 carts in it right now. As you see a fairly significant gap back to the 7th place cart of Danny May. Although knowing Danny May, that shouldn't last very long.
We got one all the way through the kink.
We had
one just went airborne through the kink, went 3 wide, a little bit of a mechanical issue. He has come to a stop right here, right past kink cam. So he is now out of his cart. Did not catch a number. Maybe we can get that on the broadcast.
And local caution, right? I haven't seen the corner marshal with a flag yet, but I haven't seen that corner as we are coming to complete lap number 4. Eric Fagan will come down and take, Eric Fagan will come down and take lap number 4. We are a third of the way through this 12-lap final.
So local
let's
caution
see what
now.
happened here coming through.
You can see they were relatively 3 wide, and then one just went whoop right through.
Gotcha. Just went and did a little lawn mowing there.
Well, he gave the point by, and it looked like the other drivers didn't take that beforehand, and it was all over from there.
So looking at the action now in turn number coming through 10 and 11. Here they come on the backside of this kart course. Up the hill, we've got Fagan, Barron, and Lassiter. Your top three, Smoker and Swan, trailing as they go into turn number 17, come out to complete lap number 5. Will be 5 of 12. It'll be halfway by next time by halfway when we come by one more time. We're looking at your top 5 going down that steep hill, hitting turn number 2 and trying to retain as much momentum as possible to get up that steep hill as they go in 3. Back to you, Steve.
The top 5 kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field, so we got the 11, the 111, the 11, 87, all leading that first group of 3 coming through the kink. Now behind them there is another group of 4. That's about 7th through 9th that is making up the rest of the train that is back further in the field.
And that'd be Maycock, Swan, and Orencia, your 7 through 9 there, that are the second group. But the top 5 now are about pretty close to being nose to tail at this point. We're talking about Fagan, Barron, Lassiter, Smoker, and Swan. Coming out of 17 down to the line again. They get the cross flags halfway through this 12-lap Masters final. Fagan still hanging on to the lead, but only by 6/100ths of a second over Todd Barron. Then comes Matt Lassiter, Joshua Smoker, and Tyson Swan. It's about a 2.5-second gap, then back to Adam Phillips in 6th, then Danny May, Tyler Swan.
So Lassiter kind of peeked out there when they come through turn 3, but didn't have much for them. They're still going to stay single file. A little bit of a move now for the 5th place driver of Swan.
And so they remain as they go into turn number 10 and into the S's. We're looking at Fagan and Barron and Lassiter with perhaps a kart length over Smoker and Swan for 4th and 5th.
So a little bit of information for you. We're getting a driver that is getting the black flag. I can't see the kart number. It almost looks like number 66.
All right, Fagan got up into the grass coming out of 17. There was an opening there for Barron, but he couldn't take advantage of it. So Fagan was able to hold on coming to the line.
So that was Zach Thomas that received the black flag. He has already entered the pits. But we're following the battle now of the top 5, all kind of trained together, coming up turn 2 into turn 3. All bumping, banging, trying to hold the position is the 111 card of Eric Fagan. Barron right on his tail. And Matt Lassiter last time set the best time, 1.2223 seconds.
Excellent there. But now's the time to drive your fastest as the line is starting to, that line of 5 is starting to shuffle a little bit. I imagine 4th and 5th are going to get a little eager to improve their position to be in a better spot on that final lap, and that final lap will be coming up about 4 laps from now as we're working to complete lap 8. Will be 2/3 of the way through now. See, that math degree comes in handy as they come to the line, and look at Todd Barron looking to the inside. Thought he might have a run on Eric Fagan, but nothing doing there. But we do have 4 to go now. 4 to go as the pack heads into turn number 2, back up the hill and back into your sight there, Steve.
Well, Bill, that might have given you some ACC cred, but how many SEC championships does Georgia Tech have?
ACC championship?
No, SEC, where it matters.
Oh, okay. Tech's got a few, but that was back in the 60s, back before we moved to the academic conference.
I have to give you a little bit there. I'm not even a Georgia fan.
Yeah.
I just went to Clemson.
Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah.
My best friend is the Carolina grad, so I have animus for Clemson as well. But I still remember that. Oh gosh, it was a muff punt that y'all pulled on us years and years ago when Tech had all but lost and Clemson had a bad punt snap, and we ended up winning that one. I forget. Oh gosh, that was got to be 15, 20 years ago. Anyway.
Well, they're almost coming back into my vantage point now.
Yep.
So as it looks like
Switching back to racing.
Fagan, Barron, Lassiter, Smoker, Swan is the top 5. Top 3 broken away just a little bit. Now the 49 and the 116, that's 49 Smoker and 116 of Swan, gonna have to work together, bump draft a little bit more to catch up to that pack of 3.
As we're watching them go into turn number 9 now, nobody making a move just yet. Now we are on lap number 10, so when they come back by, they'll get the 2 laps to go signal. There'll be 2 to go, so the strategy is going to have to start playing out if either of these guys want to improve their position on the podium behind Eric Fagan as they go into turn 16 and now into 17. Coming out of there.
Seeing a bunch of bumping and banging further back in the field. There's a group of 5 coming through 15 now.
And they just spread them out. Something happens, some bumping coming out of 17 as well, because now there's a gap of 0.6 of a second between Fagan and Barron as they come by. Something there happened.
Well, the group of 3 that's currently 3rd, 4th, and 5th, that's Lasser, Swan,
Right.
Smoker, are now going to have to work really hard to catch up to Barron and Fagan.
Barron's going to have to work really hard to catch up to Fagan, because whatever it was when they came out of 17, it separated everybody. And that's going to be advantage to Fagan if he can just hold on and not make that critical mistake. This one is his. Well, there's still going to be some action back, for 3rd place, definitely, between Lassiter and Swan. Swan looking inside, looking outside. He's staying right there in the tire tracks. And look at Barron looking to maybe take second, but nope, nothing happening. Nobody had any kind of run going there on the white flag. We got one more to go here. One more to settle it out. And all of a sudden, 2nd place is up for grabs, and there goes Tyson Swan around for 2nd.
Oh, a little bit of a bobble there from...
And Lassiter's going to get bounced back as well, back beyond that.
So it's the 111 of Eric Fagan, the 11 of Barron, Swan, Lassiter. Correction, Lassiter now up to 3rd.
Well, back to 3rd. He got bounced. Or, he brought it up. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Barron is... Yep, I'm looking at Todd Barron now, and let's see. Eric Fagan still your leader. But Lassiter up to 3rd. You are correct, sir. And here we come through turn number 16 right now. Got pushed out to the outside all the way back. And here we come to the line. Fagan's going to be your winner. Barron at Lassiter, almost a photo finish between Lassiter and Swan, and Joshua Smoker is the one who got the short end of that stick as he got pushed to the outside. Coming out of 17, got into the grass, and it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So there we go. Again, your winner, Eric Fagan. Todd Barron 2nd, Matt Lassiter 3rd. 4th and 5th, Swan and Smoker. The top 10 rounded out by Danny May at 6th. Adam Phillips, Ryan Spirowski, Aaron Cox.
We'll see if we got a little
Chris
bit of a replay
Orencio.
of that final turn.
Let's see if we actually got that, Mr. Director.
Well, I have a camera out there. You can kind of see it all the way. He just shoved him, but we got it better on the drone shot. Let's see when it cuts to that clip here in a second. Maybe. There we are. Here's the drone shot. We can see kind of what. Yeah, he just didn't leave him any track right there. And right now, is that Steve coming back in here? That is Steve.
So he's had enough of turn reporting?
Our turn caller, Stephen Newbold.
It's the guys in the booth that get the special treatment, though. So that's why you got to learn. There's a strata here. There's guys in the booth. There's the turn reporters. So, so welcome back, Steve. But there's our Masters final again. Eric Fagan pulling it out, hanging on actually. Todd Barron, Matt Lassiter, Tyson Swan, Joshua Smoker, all surviving that wild last lap, and we are getting ready now for our next pre-final race, and that would be our LO 206 Legends, another 12-lap feature. And they're pulling the meat wagon out there to pick up some carts. Looks like do we have an incident out there? I think you are too. Muted, that is.
We'll do it this way.
There
we go. So I am back now in the booth. I see special treatment indeed. There's AC in here, and it feels way better. But yeah, there's all kinds of contact and action there, as we saw. Probably going to get a replay of the incident that occurred down there in the kink, and it looked to be just like a simple point by.
And we're looking at replays where we can find them of the contestable action. So there we are looking at Tyson and Swan getting around Smoker, but it was Smoker that got up there to the outside, got off into the grass, and lost the position.
So here's that replay from the kink. Let's see what happens here. Now, it was further back in the field. I mean, I saw it from my vantage point. Looked like the driver just gave a point by, and they didn't yield to it. I mean, he was slowing down to get them to go past.
Oh, looky there. Now I can talk on the headset now instead of the mic. But you can see it coming up right now at the top of your screen. There were 3 wide. He gives them the point by, go around me, go around me, go around me, and they didn't get in line quick enough. And, well, that led to an excursion. Nice and slow-mo-y. And it was do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And, I mean, nobody touched him. He went off there for his own. That was to, once, protect him from what could have been a really bad incident.
Oh, yeah. So the action never ceases here at Atlanta Motorsports Park during the Summer Kart Series. Day 2, round 5 here at the kart track, and we've saw more action in this one.
Just want to make a quick announcement. So we are going to play Coldplay a little bit later. So I'm going to need anybody that's important not to be caught on camera. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Yep.
Yesterday was a filled day. We were having a blast with it.
So we're determining who made contact, who didn't, who gave ground.
Hey, start-finish cam deleted itself.
Oh.
There was no evidence.
There was 47 seconds.
Minute and a half of missing footage.
Yeah.
No Russian collusion.
Whoa. No, that's fake news. That's fake news. We can't have that.
You're fake news.
I'm fake news? Let me tell you about it.
So as we watch them roll through the scale finally for weighing in after the Masters final, we're getting ready for Legends to come out. Getting the carts loaded. There we go. The cart wagon is backing into position. Oot, oot, oot.
Hey, that's better than how you backed that trailer into my driveway a couple months ago.
Oh, shots fired.
I'm not a professional driver.
Will, shouldn't that be the German backup?
I mean, my neighbor was literally watching. He was like, "Hey, you want me to do it?" I was like, "Hey, I can handle this." I'm letting the old man figure it out.
That's one thing that
my talents lie elsewhere. Okay.
That's one thing I'm still trying to figure out. I've got my camper.
He was questioning my man card because I didn't jump in soon enough to rectify the situation.
Let me tell you what. So I haven't backed a trailer in a long time, and I'm still terrible at it. But doing it in a manual transmission truck is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Well, tiny trailers are the worst.
Yes.
And
big trailers I got all day.
Yeah.
Little ones, no.
Yeah, jet ski trailers, especially if it's unloaded and you can't even see it.
That makes life difficult.
Yeah. That honestly, they should use that as torture.
Well, they should talk them into having trailer races here.
Tell us where the files are.
Yeah. Maybe do that one down at Alligator Alcatraz.
I have so many additional comments to add to that, but I'll be quiet.
All right, back this trailer up. Prove you're not a so
Prove you're not a terrorist.
That's Guantanamo.
No. Guantanamo is all a government scheme.
All right,
not real.
and back to our regularly scheduled programming before we get too far off the rails.
I need some tinfoil for my hat here.
Oh, I need one too.
I'm sure they got some over at Fuel Kitchen.
Hey, yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, speaking of, it's lunchtime. Swing by there and go get you. Let's see, what's you can start off with some warm-up laps, or as they call the small bites.
let me see that.
See, they got pretzels, they got wings that are really, really good. The lemon pepper wings are good.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
lemon
do-
pepper are probably my favorite, but the problem is if you've ever gone to the original JR Crickets down in Atlanta and you've had their lemon pepper wings.
Pause before we go any further. Danny May,
Yes,
I know you
Blazers.
can hear us.
I think Danny created a monster by bringing those wings out.
Yes, and they were really good. I was last year's sponsor, Blazer Hot Wings. Danny May, out in Hull, Georgia. You ever been out towards Athens? You've probably seen him.
I think the problem is he's just going to have to bring us wings every time or we're just going to be constantly heckling him.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. He just needs to bring a food truck up here. That's what he should do. So I'm guessing these guys are going to get a warm-up lap because
Race
well-
control's not quite ready yet because we don't have a lineup for these
oh,
senior
yeah, we
final.
do. We got Ken Rathbone
Oh.
and the 9 cart, the 25. Well, that's not right either. See,
I've still got the legends up here.
that's what we're at. Legends. We got legends.
Wait
now.
a second.
The graphic is
Oh,
correct on the screen.
I'm sorry, 'cause I just saw Eric Fagan. He jumped into another cart. That's never mind. Yep. How many do we have? No.
There should be like 6, I think.
Yeah, because I've
for-
still got 21 carts here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
Race Monitor. It's been funky all day.
I will go back and then go back in. Kind of the equivalent of rebooting. There it is. The Race Monitor servers are not currently receiving
Yeah,
live
that's
timing.
what I'm getting. So I don't have live timing.
There we go. Now I've got it. Yeah, I got
still
Rathbone, Hamilton, Fusco, Edwards, and Barron, though not in that order. And we've got a green flag here. Green, 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 although we only have 4 starters here, looks like.
Oh, there's the 5th one.
Oh, there we go. Okay, into the camera. Oh, he just kind of lagged back a little bit. And here we go, going up the hill. That's going to be, is that Al Edwards?
No, that is the 11 cart.
11. Oh, that's Todd Barron. Okay. You always have to.
It's Barron, Fusco, Edwards,
They need to do this like
Rathbone.
they need to do this like William does his RC cars. Is make everybody run under the transponder, the receiver, once before they start, so they'll be in the right order. But anyway, here we go. Yep, we've got Todd Barron, your leader, coming through 10 and 11, coming into the back portion of the raceway of the track here, and we see those 2 Wilbite team carts behind in 2nd and 3rd. That's going to be Al Edwards and David Fusco, I believe. Ooh, what do I know? Here we go, coming to the line. This'll help out. I'm sure all of y'all at home are saying the same thing. What does he know? Todd Barron, your leader. David, yeah, I was right. Yay. Fusco in 2nd, Al Edwards in 3rd, Ken Rathbone 4th, and Happy Hamilton will be bringing up the rear in this 5-car field. Again, anyway, we've got 12 laps of action here for you. We've completed one of them in this Legends final coming through. And here we go. We're seeing the top 3 going through turn number 8. Seeing the brake, brake, brake sign. So I imagine they're brake, brake, braking as they go into turn number 9 and 10 into the 11 of the S's. Looking at through 12, we'll see 13 and 14 hit the back portion of the track, crest the hill, and peeking outside a little bit is Fusco with the watchful eye of Al Edwards in 3rd. Coming into 16 now, looking to the inside a little bit was Fusco, but nothing doing there. We'll come down and complete lap number 2. 2 of 12, 10 to go. And we're staying the same, but this top 3 has broken away from the remainder of the field down that steep hill, hard on the binders into turn number 2, and a little bit of bump there from Al to Al. Looking to see if anybody was looking when he did that.
That sounds about right.
Yep. And here we go into past Steve's former position anyway, going through the kink and on.
Steve already got fired from being a turn caller?
Well,
No, I came back in here. It was hot.
This doesn't bode well for his future career if he can only last that long on the turn, but coming through here.
Hey, that was more than 30 seconds, all right?
All right, here comes Todd Barron leading Fusco and Edwards up the hill past the circuit villas, the under construction circuit villas. That does sound like fun. I'm thinking that would be cool to be able to go look out one side.
Yeah, you
of
wake
your
up
villa.
in the morning, you're watching the carousel. You know, mid-afternoon, you look out, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, man, here comes the start-finish line from the kart track. And
As long as you're not a day sleeper, you'll be in good shape. Here we go, coming out of back into 2 again, and it looks like, I was going to say Barron opened up a little bit, but that just accordions right back up as they go into turn number 3.
Me personally, I practically live at a racetrack, so if there's an opportunity to where I actually could live at the racetrack, I'm going to take that. Not only do I live here, I live at like 7 other tracks, but everywhere from here to Florida.
Excellent. Here we go through 10 and 11 now into the S's. And we are watching these top 3 working their way through, and Fusco still staying tight on the rear bumper of Todd Barron. Al's getting a little bit of air to the radiator there, giving a little bit of room, if there were such a thing. And here they come out of turn number 17 again to complete lap number 4. We'll be a third of the way through. Down to the start-finish line, Barron, Fusco, and Edwards, like it was before. Rathbone and Hamilton, 4th and 5th, still out there. But the action is all up front now with the top 3, with the number 11 Barron leading them through turn number 4 and 5, past where we are in the air conditioning now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Steve. And coming up the hill, past the kink, and going into turn number 9 one more time. So this is where you sit and plot, or you take a break, or you just stay out of trouble. This is where you lose the race. This isn't where you win the race. This is where you lose the race if you try to get too aggressive too soon or make your move too soon. So that's what's going on here. We're watching Fusco just biding his time, either waiting for a mistake or plotting his move late in the race, because the point about making a move late is it leaves little time for the passee to repass. So Captain Obvious at the mic here as we're going up the hill.
That's a funny way to put it.
I mean, calling this stuff is just saying what people see anyway. I have no special inside knowledge of this necessarily. I can guess or I can lie. It depends on how good I lied or whether you know whether I am. But
One thing I'll say is it's a whole lot easier to call oval racing. But there's a lot more excitement in oval racing. But in this situation, with it being karts on a road course, it's still very entertaining.
I would, more exciting. The type of excitement is different, and what I enjoy, I like watching the younger drivers in the faster karts because they have no sense of mortality.
No danger.
There's no fear, and they will go for it. And it makes
What do you mean lift?
Yeah, exactly. Although you got to lift right here as they go into turn number 2, as Barron's still leading the way. We are halfway through now. We've got 6 to go, a little less than 6 now as they are coming out of turn number 4 into the kink now. 4, 5, and 6 heading into 7, 8 combination, then into that tight turn number 9 leading into the S's. But everybody's willing to wait. And that goes back to youth and age and experience. What is it? Youth and age and no, it's old age and treachery trumps youth and enthusiasm is the way it goes. And so we're waiting for the treachery here as we're watching the legendary treacherous Carters here come out of turn number 17 one more time. Finish lap number 7. We'll have 5 to go at this point. 5 this time and back into turn number 1. Up and down, way down that hill. And looks like Barron opening it up a little bit. Look at Al Edwards looking outside of Fusco, thinking better of it because he does definitely not want to make that challenge on the outside coming into fours.
I mean, he's giving the point by on the right-hand side there. So we might see, yep, we saw a pass right there between Fusco and Edwards. So now Edwards moves into second.
You almost saw a pass if I could have had the right camera on there.
Looky there, Will.
Now was that Al giving the sign, the order, or was that Al? Was that David saying?
That was Fusco saying, "Hey, go around faster."
There is no mirror, so I guess he couldn't have seen behind him. I just thought the boss man would say, "Let me by," then you let him by. So now we've got Fusco dropping back to third with Todd Barron, still your leader. Al Edwards in second, coming down to the line. 8 complete, 4 to go in this Legends final here in the LO206 classification. Again, today has been all 4-stroke engines, and here they come up the hill and then back down, coming around turn 4 past our position. Underneath, we can hear them roar out through the windows here as they go down the hill, through the kink, and back up the undulating hills here of North Georgia. Part of them undulate, part of them are just slap steep. And Al Edwards giving the business there to Todd Barron as they come out of 11 and 12 going through that combination and back up the hill. Finally 14, 15, and the final two of 16 and 17 coming up where they'll complete lap number 9, and there'll be just 3 to go. We're 3/4 of the way through. 0.75. We are almost there. Coming down to the line, there will be 3 laps to go. 3 of the scheduled 12 as Al Edwards putting the pressure on to Todd Barron, your leader. Barron's been in the lead most of the way. I think he took the lead early, lap 1 or 2, and then he's been leading it so far. But here comes Al, trying to create a story to tell us when we see him later on today. Because he'll be done driving after this. But
he's not done wrenching, that's for sure.
That's for sure. And here he comes, looks to the inside. And looking again to the inside, going into 9 and 10. And that's where we have seen some passes before, but not this time. Now this time, when they finish this lap, it'll be just 2 to go. So it's going to be go time
Fusco's
now.
way back there. You saw Al look back, trying to be like, "Hey, buddy, I need help."
If they can draft on by, but it's going to be kind of hard. Give him a little chrome horn, maybe get him out of shape. I don't know if that's
maybe
legal.
Rattle in his cage. Can we do that? We didn't get a
don't.
cage, so I guess not.
And so we've got the less than 2 to go now as Al Edwards looking underneath Todd Barron, coming by through 3 and 4, coming by here one more time. They're on the penultimate lap. I think I've thrown that word out there twice, and I will retire it for the day. Here they come through turn 8, looking into 9 now, and Al Edwards waiting for Todd Barron to make a mistake or give him an opening as they come up the hill. And we are looking to the backside of the course now. Al Edwards in that 7-11 pressuring Todd Barron.
You're seeing Edwards now right on the tail of Barron. He's sizing him up, and if I had to guess, next time by he will make his move. So white flag. Oh, well, he's going to make it now.
Here he
white
goes.
flag. Oh, nope, he thinks better of it. Pops back in the line. White flag out. 0.85 of a mile to go here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
Couldn't quite get the slingshot coming out of the turn 17 to get by him, but he's going up the hill. He's got some momentum, thinking about it, gets a wheel alongside then and drops back, tucks back in behind as they go by 4 and 5. And into the kink. And we'll see if Al's got any more arrows.
This is going to be a late break here. He's going to go the outside, see if he can get him. So is he going to go the under-over? No, he doesn't go the under-over route. But he is still right on his tail.
Was the idea to be on the outside so he'd have the inside going into 10?
That was his idea there. It did not work. So as they come up around turn 14 into turn 15, the last couple corners, this is where Al has to make his move. He's on the outside. He's going to swing. A little bit of a bump there.
Oh, not
So
enough.
Barron gets a shove up to the front, checkered flag in the air. It's Barron, Edwards. Should be Fusco.
Well, I thought that Al was going to get the over/under.
Yeah, I thought he had it.
He was about to duck back underneath him, but didn't quite have enough. Instead, he just scraped the bumper with him a little bit. That kind of scrubbed off some speed, and that was all she wrote for his chances. So, yep, Todd Barron, Al Edwards, David Fusco, Ken Rathbone, and Happy Hamilton round out your field here in this Legends final. So, congratulations all around. They're finally unhooking their carts from each other. So, there we go. Finally, we got Happy Hamilton finishing his final lap, and we are done with the Legends. Again, Barron, Edwards, and Fusco, 1, 2, 3, made a great race of it. We were just waiting for Edwards to make that run, and here we come around for the juniors coming up now. We have that 12-lap final race for the LO206 juniors. Lincoln Massey. Does anybody have anything for Lincoln Massey? We will find out directly as the carts are getting ready to be released onto the track. We'll have all the action for you as soon as they do. You can see them back there in the background.
Did you see that UFO? Did you see that UFO, Will? There was a UFO in that last shot.
Was there a UFO?
Oh, sorry. The footage got deleted.
Aw.
No, there was a UFO, and that UFO was Daryl. But he is identified.
That's an IFO. That's an identified flying object because we know who it is.
Look, I'm having fun with it. Calm down. I'm kidding.
Well, we did have an IFO during that last race, the guy going through the kink.
Yeah, he was definitely in the. Oh my Lord! What is that? Is that Bigfoot? That's Bigfoot.
There it is, right there.
Daryl Cannon Killboy.
I told him he was good for a battery change. I guess he's just having a good time right now.
You say batteries?
All right.
I like batteries.
Now we're back on a great shot of the building. You know, I wish the clouds were like this yesterday because we had that random spurts of rain really just messed things
Now,
up.
there is still weather in the forecast, but I want to say it's a little bit later on this afternoon.
Yeah, don't jinx it, Ricky Bobby. Don't you jinx that.
Oh, no, it's gone. Don't you love that? The day after race day, there's no rain. And we need to start.
And the forecast said it was supposed to be this way, and I don't know what. I mean, you can't trust the weather. It's Georgia. We all know this. Anybody that's been a native that's lived here long enough.
We don't trust the weather for other reasons in my house, but that's why.
If you don't like it, wait 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Nothing beats Colorado. Oh, my God. Steve jump scare.
Did you just see
Yeah, Steve jump scare. Totally forgot
Let's see
about
if I can do that again.
We've been Steve rolled.
I don't know how I did that. I'm just trying to change the graphics.
Boo!
I don't give Mikey enough credit for sitting in this chair. He this is a lot going on when you're trying to see if we can. Yep. Oh no, I was trying to do another.
Cool shot. Yeah, no.
All right, great shots from Ethan Denny right there. We do have carts on track right now. And I'll go back to being silent.
Well, that's okay, Will. We enjoy it.
I wish I had that for the first 18 years. Just pot William down.
Yeah, no, you just had to kick me out of the house to get me quiet.
What's that about in the Navy?
No.
I was as salty as they came.
That's not a good thing. Oh, my God.
His song was Mama Tried. I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole. So.
I still jam out to that song.
I do too.
Nothing gets my blood going like gets my pulse.
Well, as this field of 8 comes to the green, Lincoln Massey's going to lead them out of the last corner into the tram lines. Let's see if we get a green flag this time by. And green flag is out. So underway here, LO206 junior final. A little bit of contact there for the second and third place driver. That's Lincoln Massey. I believe Fino, Corman, Robertson, Sonardo, Hinkle, Carter, and Nunnally. Coming through the first little bend there. I got something in my eye, so I can't see right now.
Goodness gracious, you wouldn't have believed that pass we just saw.
Yeah, I
sorry,
couldn't see it.
Steve.
I didn't see it. I think it was deleted.
Well,
Every time I fat finger a camera, that's the call, right?
well, Lincoln Massey picking up where he left off in the pre-final, already pulling away from the field, and that's our man.
Well, you can see Lincoln Massey already pulling out to a early lead. We're not even one lap in yet, or one full lap in, and now we're one full lap in. So Lincoln Massey already has a lead of about a second and a quarter. The separation between Corman and Fino, a little bit smaller than that, about half a second. So 1, 2, 3, decently separated. So I think we're going to focus in more on the second, third, fourth place battle as they come across. Ooh, a little bit of contact pushes the driver all the way out to the grass. That was the 24 of Fino that got pushed way out. So I'm not sure what happened there between the 103, the 21, and the 24, but Fino got pushed way out in the grass.
Mercy. Well, it happens. You know, there's bumping. There's only room for one cart in
I didn't
that
clearly
space.
see it, and hopefully we have a replay on it because that's going to have to be reviewed.
All right.
24 just made a very clean pass. That is Fino on Sonardo.
And that's part of the junior process.
Here we go.
Learning your racecraft.
Here's a look back at what happened. So you see third and fourth side by side at the time. That was Robertson and Fino. And you see a little bit of contact there with Robertson. He looked over to the side and said, "Oh, man, my bad."
I don't know that anybody was cutting or drifting up or, you know, uncontrollably or whatever. I think it just
I think that might have just fell into a racing incident.
Yep.
Just from looking at it from our point of view, but our opinions don't matter.
It's easy to judge in slow motion when this stuff happens in
real time.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's hard to call it. So Lincoln Massey set the fastest time last time by 102.424. And that time, fastest time, 102.383. Now we're watching this pack. This is, I believe, third, fourth, and fifth. So that's Robertson, Fino, and Sonardo. So the 24 going to make the dive side by side. This is a good battle now brewing. Everybody is all kind of crushed together now. Another driver way off in the grass again almost. The 24 makes it a 2-for-1. Gets around two drivers, moves his way back up the field. So that would put him, I believe, in third.
Battle between Hinkle and Carter back in the field for sixth place as well.
Yeah, these drivers are not letting up. Lincoln Massey's pretty much checked out. Currently 2 3/4 second gap.
And that's what's great about racing is not just one thing to look at, or maybe that is the bad thing is because you don't know what to look at sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know.
A little nudge and getting underneath there coming out of 17, but nothing doing there for Maddox Fino. He was looking at getting under Sonardo.
Now, believe it or not, this is a 7-cart battle for
second?
The podium.
Oh, yeah.
The podium.
Yep. Or the podium.
Either or. I messed up there. I burped mid-word. I tried to hide it.
Yep.
Here's spectators out there cheering these drivers on.
There he goes. There's the battle for second. There goes Robertson around Corman, correct?
No, that's Robertson and Sonardo.
Oh, okay.
Exchanging. Second place is checked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, second place. Lincoln Massey is checked out 3.5 seconds ahead. Behind them, it's 10.5 seconds.
Gotcha. It's another 7 seconds back. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I get for texting my wife during the
Well,
race.
she's got to know. Big
There's
pile
another-
up there. Multiple multiple karts involved there. That was the 24, the 21, the 103, all involved in an incident in turn 16.
And Maddox Fenno got caught up in it. That he was just the innocent bystander on that one, I believe. He just the other two in front of him. And that will space things out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's those drivers are now out of the wall, have all now continued on. Now we're going to follow back with Lincoln Massey again, who has completely checked out of this race. And now there's a big gap between, I believe, third, fourth, and fifth. I mean, we're looking now at roughly a 29-second, almost a 45-second gap in some places.
Let's see what it is at the line coming by this time between first and second. 5 seconds already, 5.1 seconds between Lincoln Massey and Luke Corman. Even bigger gap than back to Brentley Carter.
I've always...
For 10 seconds back, as you said before. Yep.
I've always wondered. Now it's 15 seconds back to third from first. Massive gap.
And this one suddenly has become a bit of a snoozer
as
that incident took out the competition.
It was great until it wasn't.
Yep.
Thankful that it went as long as it did. I'm really impressed with these junior drivers. They kept it clean all the way until, they got tired. About 5 laps in.
Well, we're halfway through now. We have 6 to go, a little less than 6 right now. But that's the thing about karting is you learn racecraft as a youngster. You're in the karts where the consequences are less.
Yes.
But there's still consequences. But you learn racecraft. You learn proper skills and procedure.
I think Lincoln just looked back and said, "I'm just going to cruise." I wonder what he's thinking right now. I've always wondered if you have such a dominant lead. Does he just start talking to himself? Is he hyping himself up? What is he doing?
Well, there's always the danger of losing focus.
That's true.
And that you see that happen in all levels of racing. And when you are going at speed, there's never a time to relax. You really can't not concentrate. That's what makes racing as much a mental sport as it is physical, is because it requires that intense concentration, whether it's kind of keeping your wits about you when there's nothing to get your attention, or
I will say
you're in the middle of a pack.
From my experience in the seat, if it came to kind of what Lincoln's doing right now, I personally checked out. I just said, all right, just drive it.
Well, what I've heard racing coaches do is they tell you, hit your marks.
Yeah, that's it. Hit your marks and check out.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
And as long as you're focusing on that, on making the lap and not letting your mind wander to something not related.
I mean, I'd be sitting there singing. That's what I would do.
But then again, even that far ahead, something can always happen in front of you because we're not racing in a straight line. This is in a circuit. There's always something that can happen. So you can't let your guard down.
So what we were just watching on screen looks to be like the battle with the 58 of Nunnally and the 12 of Hinckley. So they are the closest battle on track. This is the battle for fourth. Now remember, this was almost a 7-kart battle earlier in the afternoon.
And there goes Hinkle looking to the inside. Ready? Then he actually makes the move. He looked, tucked back in, and then made the move. Excellent double move there by
Hinkle.
Hinkle, yes, Brady Hinkle.
Or Hinckley.
Hinkle.
Not sure how to. I think it's Hinkle.
Hinkle, I think so. Hinckley was the professor's name on Gilligan's Island.
I actually knew that.
But it's L-E-Y, Roy Hinckley.
I actually knew that.
Do you know the skipper's name then?
Yes. I've already forgotten though.
Okay. Do you know Gilligan's name, first name?
I don't.
I
know the show. I have watched it plenty of time.
I have the advantage
I can somewhat
of actually,
remember the theme song, but I don't remember it very well.
Oh my gosh. I watched it when it first aired. That's how old I am, back in the 60s.
So it was like 64, 65
yeah,
when it came out?
I remember I watched that when it first aired and watched it in reruns on TBS forever. So yeah, I am definitely schooled on Gilligan's Island, but Jonas Grumby is the skipper's name, and they interviewed Sherwood Schwartz one time. He said if they ever had to use a first name for Gilligan, it was going to be Willie. Or Bob Denver said that or whatever, but that was what they were going. But they never used it. So it's not in canon. So his name, there is no first name.
So now we're seeing the battle for 4th and 5th. Hinkle and Nunnally there. Hinkle right in front, but Nunnally quickly up on his tail. So not much of separation. Double flags in the air. 2 laps remaining.
Lincoln Massey, again, picking up where he left off in the pre-final. He should be able just to cruise to this one if he can make it through another 1.6 miles.
Best time last time by 1:02.341. Massey.
Well, saving the best for last, as they say. But
yeah, he's just cruising.
Consistency is not a bad skill to have in this game for sure.
No, not at all. Gap is 10 seconds.
Yep. Actually, it was 5 last time we looked. Yeah, he's just stretching it on out, and it's 12 back to third.
White flag is now out. Lincoln Massey has taken the white, but the battle we're watching now is the battle for 4th and 5th. That's Brady Hinkle and the 58 of John Mark Nunnally.
Now, Hinkle took that position away a couple of laps ago. Will Nunnally be able to return the favor in kind? We have 1 lap to find out here as they're going to go nose to tail into turn number 1.
And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was Lincoln Massey about to come through turn 13 when they crossed into turn 2.
Well, he's got a 10-second lead, so that's a little ways. I mean, not that far ahead, but yep. Going through the kink, looking inside is Nunnally. Will he have position? Can he maintain the outside of 7 or 8 to get into 9?
58's going to shoot in there. And as we're talking about that, checker flag flies for Lincoln Massey. Still the battle we're watching is that of the 58 and the 12. John Mark Nunnally has gotten around Hinkle here into the last couple corners. They come through turn 14. It's currently Nunnally. Hinkle's peeking to the inside and the outside and see if he has anything coming through the final corner, and he does not.
Tries to hang it low, but couldn't quite get the momentum through there.
Now that the checkered flag has come out, and he could probably hear us.
Yep.
Da, 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 da. Lincoln Massey. Seems like every race day. Every race day.
So
Lincoln showing his dominance here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
So hauling home the hardware today is Lincoln Massey. Second will be Luke Corman, and Brentley Carter is your
the real question is, when is he going to move up to senior? Because that's what I want to see.
Nunnally and Hinkle wrapping up that 4th and 5th place battle, as you saw.
Didn't he just move up to junior?
We can ask him. He likes to show up here and talk to us occasionally. So
there's a replay of that incident that happened.
That's just correcting off of the rumble strip off the curb.
I'm not sure there. That would be a review.
I think it threw him into. I mean, he had no business being on the curb.
Yeah,
but it just threw him into him. So I'm not sure what the ruling is on that.
Yeah, you can see contact obviously, but I'm not sure how that will wrap up at the end of the day.
We have more action coming up. Don't go away as the LO206 cadets are coming up next. We'll have 6 karts, I believe, in that one. Getting ready to get them on the track and underway. Again, another 12 laps. Have unpredictable summer karting action here on day 2 of round 5 of the summer karting series here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Alongside Steve DeBold, I'm Bill Rigdon, bringing you all the action and excitement of kart racing here at North Georgia's premier country club for motorheads, Atlanta Motorsports Park. Let's see.
The only thing we're missing, and I've said it for years, we need an oval. I've said it for years. If we had an oval, we could totally make this work.
You know that you and I are partial to ovals for sure. There's a place they could do one. They'd probably be a North Wilkesboro style oval with
I'm fine with it.
With uphill and downhill. But
I'm fine with it. Just give me an oval. I don't care if it's dirt. I don't care if it's asphalt. Give me an oval. So Kart's now on track here. So we are getting ready to go green in the LO206 Cadet final here. 12 laps, 7 drivers.
I think we have 6 starting. Yep.
So I'm going to guess that was the green flag. I don't see anybody waving it off. So they're coming down into turn 2.
Great shot of the turn before the carts get there. And there we go.
Yeah, you can see the speed of these carts coming down that 4.5 story elevation change roughly?
Something like that.
43 feet of elevation. There we go. I'll get it right in a minute.
Yeah, that's 4 stories plus.
Yeah, just a little bit. So up front, looks like we're going to have Schomer, but
Not
the
for long.
64 of Berklow going to go to the front.
And
Schomer right back to the front.
Wow.
Back and forth.
Yeah, not
already. Not even a lap in.
Not all the passes are at the start-finish lines. A great job there by everybody involved. Staying out of trouble, but some great racing there going into 9 and 10. So here we come through turns 16 and 17 for the first time.
Oh, Pole Cam has let us down.
Oh,
That footage was deleted.
to the line for the first time. Our leader is Alex Schomer, followed by Harrison Berklow and Hunter Wilson, Easton Bailey, Leonidas Robles, and Kyle Farrell are your 6 runners here in order. Watching Schomer come back by underneath us as they go down into the kink for the second time, working on lap number 2 here of this 12-lap final in the Cadets, the LO206 Cadet Finals.
Now we're coming up on our final race of the afternoon. That's the LO206 Seniors.
Seniors rule, man.
I mean, I guess.
Man, how long? It's been a while since you've been in high school, right? We always
10
thought
years.
Seniors
10 years.
rule. I don't want to say how many.
See, I'm going to guess you're probably about 50 years older than me.
About as many years since I was in high school as there are feet dropping in turn number 2.
So it's been a minute.
It's been a while, yep.
So right there we saw Berklow and Schomer battling hot and heavy 1 and 2. Now, Berklow put the fastest time on last lap, 1:02.659.
You're going to have to stay ahead of Harrison Berklow the way it's going right now. Put those laps up, get faster and faster. Tell you what, having somebody in your rear view mirror, if you had one, is one way to make you go faster. And there he goes. There goes Berklow to the inside. He gets him cleanly coming out of the kink into turn number 8 before even having to worry about being inside or outside on turn 9. But there is Schomer trying to get it back. But a good job there by Berklow holding on and shutting the door.
Berklow had it all the way through the S's. Now they're coming through turn 14 into 15. Still a Berklow show. Right behind him is now Schomer. Schomer gives him a little bit of a tap, saying, hey, buddy, I'm right behind you. Through 16, he's going to make the move coming at the start-finish line. He's going to be in position for turn 1. He's going to hold a little bit of a curb hop. They make a little bit of contact. Berklow is still going to hold the lead coming through turn 2.
They hold the form getting through turn 2. I noticed how Berklow held off trying to make a move through 2. He was wise to not to get too much momentum going into that turn 2, that bend at turn 2. And here we come into turn number 9 one more time, and that is Berklow looking to the inside and the outside. Nothing doing this time coming into 9 and 10. Although he keeps exploring his lanes. He'll peek outside, peek inside. And there are a few really good places to pass here, but we've seen passes pretty much everywhere here. So nothing is impossible, just ill-advised in some cases. Here we go again, finishing lap number 4. We are done, third way through this 12-lap final. And it's become a 2-kart race as we're watching Alex Schomer trying to hold off Harrison Berklow.
So Schomer still up front, about a kart length separation between our first 2 drivers. Now it's spread out a little bit more. Now we get the overhead drone shot. About 2 kart lengths, but you can see that Burklow in the 64 now catching up to Schomer.
I think everybody has their best part of the track, and so that's where you'll see the Kart pull away or pull up, depending on where you're faster or where you're better.
Schomer definitely has his best part of the track coming out of turn 16 into 17, all the way through to about turn 3.
Okay, and then we'll see.
And then
He pulled him going up the hill.
Burklow has him 100% in the technical corners of the S's.
Because he's able to stay tight going up the hill. And so where is Schomer better? Where do you think?
That's what I'm saying. Schomer's better in the entry of 16 through about turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah.
And you can see the separation here once they enter the backstretch. But Burklow definitely has that gearing just set. Because look how close and how fast he's closing in on Schomer. And I don't know if that's due to late braking or if that's just due to him having a better gear ratio. But he definitely handles his corners better than Schomer does.
It looks to me also that, again, uphill is to Burklow's advantage.
So as we come through turns 15 and 16, now into 17. Still going to be Schomer at the line.
6 laps done, so we're halfway through. We're halfway through this cadet final. And it's been the Schomer and Burklow show so far, and they are still nose to tail heading back up the hill and then back down past our position here in turns 4 and 5.
And you're going down the hill through Kink Cam. Old reliable.
Yeah, not like pole cam.
Yeah, pole cam, deleting footage and whatnot.
So here comes our lead 2 into the S's. And it looks to me as Burklow is testing out a couple, he's looking to see where he might have a shot. He ducked outside briefly there for a moment, and now he's looking at it going through turn number 15. There he goes coming out of.
Pole Cam didn't let us down that time. We have some questions for you, Pole Cam. Where were you at August 10th of 2019?
So here we are at lap number 7, 7 down, 5 to go. Still Alex Schomer, your leader. Burklow's had a brief stint up front, but Burklow was able to snag that back, and Burklow would love to get back in that first position, preferably within the next 5 laps as they come by us again down the hill through turns 6 and 7. And looking going into turn number 8 and now 9. And we're still same top 2, but they're nudging a little bit. I tell you, I think Burklow looks like.
Ooh, caution flag there in turn 2. That might slow these guys down just a little bit. Not sure if that was Kyle Farrell that might have had an incident down there. He was the last car to cross the line, so that's what I'm guessing. So they're going to be almost side by side. They fall back into line coming through the start-finish, coming into turn 2. There is a driver somewhere, not sure where.
Chugging back up the hill now.
Standing yellow. Not sure where the incident may be. There's a driver down in the bottom of turn 3. I'm going to guess that's Kyle Farrell, based because he was the last driver to cross the line. But it's
and looking to the inside is Burklow again. He's got to start thinking about it because they have completed 8 laps. They've only got 4 to go here.
Yeah, so we were right. That was the 21 of – no, I'm sorry. That's the 21 of Robles.
Wow. So here we go with our leaders again coming up through turn number 13 and 14. On to 15, heading into the final 2 to complete lap number 9. There'll be 3 to go this time by. About time to start thinking, how are you going to get around? Burklow's thinking, how am I going to get around Alex Schomer?
Now, further back of the field, sitting here just looking based off time, Hunter Wilson in the 4 and Easton Bailey roughly just about the same lap times, not much separation between the final position for a podium. So that might be the next battle to watch besides our two leaders.
And there goes, looking to the inside, coming out of the kink again.
You see the
Is he
64
gonna
leading
maintain?
forward.
Nope. Oh, Burklow just about had him there, but it was going to be not a good situation if he had maintained that going into 9. So
no, that would have been like earlier. He went to the grass.
All right, as we come across out of 14 rather, heading into 15. Nose to tail still, but there's going to be just 2 laps to decide it. Swinging outside a little bit there is Burklow.
So popsicle sticks in the air. Schomer, your leader, Burklow, right behind him in second. In third, it's still Wilson and Bailey, and that last podium position is anybody's game right now. Wilson still barely holding off Bailey.
Less than 2 to go now, and your leader is still Alex Schomer.
You can see right there at the top end of that last shot, you can see Wilson and Bailey right on top of each other. It's pretty similar to Schomer and Burklaw. Burklaw now sticks it to the inside, see if he can secure the pass, and he is closed on. Door slammed like an angry teenager.
Did not hook wheels, at least, going through there. Like that can happen very, very easily.
Seen it happen in open wheel cars all the time.
Oh, yep. They need the little bumpers on the side like the rental carts in the car. Then they could just bump each other.
So white flag flies one more time around Atlanta Motorsports Park for the Cadet final.
Schomer with a little bit of a gap coming across the line, 2/10. That should probably dissolve as we get going up the hill. And look at that.
This is going to be a close battle.
Burklow thought about it.
Oh, he went way in the grass there. I don't know if that was.
He had some momentum going up that hill because he was pulling him.
Yeah, he was way to the inside.
But
I don't think that was.
That put him in the grass.
Yeah, he was way to. That was all his doing.
He had all this momentum and nowhere to go with it.
Now he's going to try for that same move again, late braking. Is he going to hold him? Side by side in the S's. They're not letting up, but no, it's going to be Schomer holding him off through the S's. Last couple corners, Schomer is still your leader. Does Burklow have anything left in the tank?
As they go past the Circuit Villas for the final time, it's Alex Schomer holding on. And let's see, there goes Burklow.
This is going to be a drag race.
Here we go.
Side by side as they come to the start-finish line, but no, it's going to be the 78 of Alex Schomer holding off Harrison Burklow. Let's go to the third and fourth battle because they're side by side too, coming through 15 and 16. Final podium battle as they come to the line. Checkered flag in the air. Final podium's going to belong to Hunter Wilson.
Wow, I mean, nobody touched. I was just waiting for something to go on there, or even coming out of 10. Those cones I thought were goners because they were side by side, but they managed that very well. That was some great racing there.
Yeah, definitely. Schomer and Burklow definitely putting on a show there.
There, your top 4 lining up at the scales. That would be in order: Schomer, Burklow, Wilson, Bailey, Farrell, and then Robles.
Boom! Look at that! Look at that athletic jump down there.
How does he jump so slowly?
I don't know. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's watch it again.
I expected to hear Chariots of Fire or something playing.
We're gonna watch this in super slow mo. Look at this. Corner marshal going above.
No
and beyond
fear.
Here. Going above and beyond. Just that's at least like 10 feet.
I mean,
I used to do that jumping across the creeks when I was growing up.
That's probably when my knees and ankles are terrible now. I mean, look at that.
Look at that. He's just hang time.
Sorry,
I caught that one during the race. I had to.
Yeah.
and he stuck the landing.
Yeah, he didn't face plant.
And I think this was, I don't know if I got the right camera on this one.
Is this the in the grass?
Yep,
that's it. That's the pass or the attempted pass in the grass.
Yeah,
well, that's a drone shot.
That is a landing drone right now. Let's try and play this one again. Here we are. See if we can get the right speeds here. This is not an easy job.
No.
You certainly point that out. That's evident watching you do it, yes.
It's only easy when Mikey's doing it, and I'm passive-aggressively telling them what to do.
Okay, well, somebody clear me up on a rule. Could he pass there, or does he have to give that back? He completely cut that curb off. So
yeah, he didn't have a lane. So honestly, that is on the. I believe that's on the lead driver right there because he cut him off. They were side by side. We'll watch that one more time. It's hard to see. It's tiny on my screen. I mean, if he's behind him, if they're side by side, he's got to leave a lane.
I don't know that he was side by side with him at that point. Still, great action.
Well, we've got the clip in case the race director wants to come in here and take a look at it.
And with that, we are coming up to our final of the day.
So close to our favorite class of the day. The LO206 Seniors of Mayhem.
Did you say Mayhem?
I did.
27 karts in the field. No, 26 karts in the field.
Will, how are you going to be able to call this with us?
25 karts. 24.
I'm probably not. I'm probably going to be the quiet partner back here, frantically switching cameras, doing beautiful fades just like that.
Look at all this.
I got to pull my star wipe up. I got to go find that. I think that one's buried.
I can't find a star wipe. I want one for myself.
That's such an old school broadcast transition that anytime it's available, you got to use the
star wipe. Yep.
Let me see. There's a fade button here. Let me see if I can switch it.
Fades?
Switch it.
Delivering fades up here.
Now, can you make your own wipes? So you cut your own templates?
What do we got here? I got a barn door.
I love barn doors.
Let's see what barn door does. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Hey, so we have somebody in the booth that's going to make this a whole lot easier to call.
This is going to be a fun one out.
Oh, we got the man himself putting the headset on.
It's the Mayhem.
It's Mayhem time.
So sorry for the heavy breathing. I just finished the race, obviously.
All right,
Thanks for announcing my
Kart's
race.
on track.
You're welcome. How are you feeling?
Oh, listen, to keep up with Todd Barron, right, who's got more trophies and more national championships than I care to tell you in karting. He's 5 years older than me, and he really looks like we have a driver that is not doing well. Might have thrown a chain there.
That's the 06.
Yep, that's Wes Bacon. He's thrown a chain.
Wesley Bacon was up towards the front of the field, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got to be devastated. That's awful.
They don't get like a courtesy lap to put the chain back on or anything?
No. Oh, that's too bad.
So what throws a chain out?
Either having it too loose and you go around that turn two, it really twists the chassis and it just kind of rolls off, which is most likely what happened there. Or you run over a curb and knock it off. It might have broken. There's no telling. But there ain't a chain on there.
Yeah, they're going to get a wave around there.
And that's not what happened to me in the pre-final, by the way.
What happened with you in the pre-final?
So, you saw I was just on top of Todd the whole time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the cart just started to fall off, and I waved Fusco by. And unfortunately, the rotor was shifting and catching the brake pad and just, slowed me down.
That's never
so
fun.
That's why when I hit the brakes to go over two on the warm-down lap, the thing is locked up on me. And, it is what it is. But
so we're going to get a wave off, I believe, on this first one. So wave off on the first one. So let's run through this lineup. Fiorentino, Hughes, Valley, Reeves, Bacon, who had just got taken out. Porter, Russell, Reeves, Mueller, Knox, Garberin, Caraba, Jacobson, Fowler, Kolowski, Craig, Spencer, Garvey, Frank, Mobes, Cantor, May, and Nunez.
yeah, that's a lot of names.
That's a lot of drivers.
Let's talk about Logan for a minute. Did Logan get his cart repaired after his little fracas? Is he actually out in the field, I wonder?
Not
Because
sure.
he had a hard hit with Benu Yedla, right?
Yes.
So
I don't see – that was when that pinged when they crossed the line. I don't know if that's official or not yet.
okay, well let's take a look, see if he's out there. If he did get that cart repaired, hats off to the folks that did it for him. I'm assuming that was Porter Aiken and his team.
So green flag has now came out. Green flag racing at Atlanta Motorsports Park. LO206 Seniors of Mayhem. Bunch of carts, too wide still, coming through turn one, down the hill into turn two. Let's see if they all make it through.
Now it looks like Ryan Fiorentino might have gotten shuffled back there to second. and the second place person moved to first.
You see all that pushing
he
and
sure
shoving
did.
further back in the field.
That's a wheel bite driver there now in first place. I'm wondering who that was. That was Carson Craig or.
So as they came through the kink, everybody still all grouped up nice and tight. One driver way off pace, falling back to the rear of the field. So as they're coming through
Yeah, that's number 55.
Cowboy Cam, that is Carson Craig up front. So many karts on track. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What was it, close to 30?
Yeah, close to 30, 27.
All right. Close enough. That's a good kart count for a senior.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest kart count we've had in senior this year, so that's good to see the numbers climbing back again.
So the group of 9 karts we're seeing right there, that's the top 9.
So it looks like Juan Pablo Garcia in third, Ryan Fiorentino in second, and Carson Craig in first. Now what I'm hoping that they do is they don't get crazy and they work together. You see they're already starting to walk away from the field a little bit. And this is what Todd Barron, Dave Fusco, and I did in the Legends. We just worked together and bump drafted and just kept together, and all of a sudden everybody else was just gone. And then it became a 2-kart race when Fusco dropped off. I didn't know what happened to him.
Yeah, you look back and went, well, where's he at?
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like the 16 there of Alex Mueller probably giving William Cantor the, hey, buddy, let's go.
Yep.
That motion of get on my butt and push me.
And let's take a look where Will is here. The number 266 of Will Cantor. He is in 8th position.
So we currently have 2 flights of 3, and just as I say that, they all reconnect at the bottom of the hill.
Down through turn 2. But you see how they pull away there?
Yeah.
These guys are working together, and if they work together well, it's going to go well. I'm assuming that's Juan Pablo Garcia with that helmet. Is that,
Yeah,
is that him third? Or is that Grady?
Well, they're falling off of my
Wow,
scoring.
look at them pull away here. Woo! They really got a good run there off of turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Trouble.
one cart goes
There,
around.
one
2
cart
carts
goes
go
around.
around.
That's a
The 34 went around there. Not sure if that was a direct result of contact made, but that driver is
not happy.
anger.
Yeah, I think that's Will Cantor and a Kart Freedom driver. I'm not sure who that is. That's too bad.
Yeah, that was oof.
And Ryan Fiorentino making a look. He takes a look in there. He breaks the draft like that. You can end up giving up a position with, I believe that's Grady Hughes there, or Juan Pablo Garcia. Juan Pablo's signature helmet. And so I'm assuming it's Juan Pablo.
That's who I'm going to guess it is, but my timing is all messed up right now. I have no clue who's where.
Okay.
But I do know Carson Craig is out front, followed by Ryan Fiorentino. After that, the order it goes from 6, 9, 8, 11, 12.
And just like that, look what, and Fiorentino going for it. He's going in the inside with Carson Craig. Carson's going to get moved back into second. Juan Pablo Garcia lets him back in there. And they're like, let's go. But that cost you. They had really run away from that second pack. And that second pack now is just starting to reel them in a little bit. The more they mess around, the worse it gets. So Ryan wants to lead this race. He's made that very, very clear. But they need to work together instead of being all for themselves. If they do this, the last 3 or 4 laps of the race, they can really go for it. But these secondary carts here, these looks like 4th and 5th position, are working as hard as they can together, diving into turn 2 to make up that gap here.
Now, is it a matter of his believing he could lead better than?
Well, he is leading better. He obviously had a little more than Carson, got a better run. He was able to make the pass clean. But again, the key here is work together until the last 2 or 3 laps. Even if you're the faster kart, you really can push your guy. Juan Pablo Garcia, that is Garcia. I did see his suit there, unless Grady Hughes has decided to wear his suit. But I'm going to assume that's Juan Pablo Garcia with the Transnet race team. They're behind the Will Bite race team in 1-2. It looks like Juan Pablo Garcia might be going for it there with Carson Craig on the inside there going into turn 16, but thinks better of it. Almost runs off, drops a tire.
Now it looks like a was it Marquez? Is that what it's called?
That is a Margay cart,
Yep.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Just been looking
Transnet
at
is
the
a
panels.
Margay dealer. So shout out to the Transnet team against the Wilbite team running Eagle and Tony Kart and a Margay. So what this shows is that it's not always about the kart. It's about the best kart for the driver. And some people will get in the Tony Kart and say this thing is terrible for me. And then they'll get in a Margay and say it's perfect.
That's how I felt on dirt. Phantom was my go-to.
Yeah.
In dirt, those are some of my favorite carts.
Yeah.
Just feels right.
That Phantom, is that guy out of Dahlonega? Or Dahlonega?
Yeah.
Yeah. GPS used to say it.
Yeah, I think he's out of Dahlonega. I could be wrong. I haven't raced dirt in karting in about 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we got ours from. That or the guy out of Talladega. There's another guy that sells Phantom out of Talladega.
Now take a look at this. Take a look at this right here. These guys are bumping each other away from the other two, and they keep on working together. Juan Pablo had a little bit there, gave a little bit the back bumper of Carson Craig. Carson Craig just sitting right behind Ryan Fiorentino. The best thing for them to do right now is just to work together, and we are in lap number 7 of 14, so we're coming to the crosshairs.
So as you can see, there is another group behind this group of 3. That's a group of 2. I believe in that group is Zach Frank and possibly Alex Mueller. I can't make out who that is.
I see Zach Frank there. He's in 5th position there. But if Zach and Mueller, I believe it is, yes, if they can work together, they can catch this pack and then really might be able to take it away from Juan Pablo Garcia. But if these guys play their cards right and Juan Pablo works together, he's now on the inside of Carson Craig. Carson Craig's not going to have anything of it. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Carson is going to do a late break, turn in. Juan Pablo Garcia on the crossover. He might get Carson Craig here. Right now it's an Atlanta Light engine versus a Lawson engine, it looks like. Juan Pablo Garcia might have gotten it from him, but they're still side by side going into turn 2. Carson Craig ends up taking it back, but you see how much that cost.
Yeah,
They're side by side even still right now. Now Zach Frank and Mueller are pushing Carson Craig. Mueller goes back past Juan Pablo Garcia. And now Juan Pablo Garcia has dropped back to 7th position. Whoa.
Is that 7th? I've lost
Or
count.
6th. That really hurt.
4, yeah, 5,
5th.
5th.
Okay.
5th. I can't math either out.
Yeah,
it's been one of those days.
Well, but see, I missed Ryan Fiorentino as I was counting. All that action, and look where Ryan Fiorentino is. Carson Craig's like, dude, bump draft me, please.
I don't know what that little bobble was right there from this 16 cart, but he bobbled just a touch.
He did.
I don't know if that was, hey, let me scrub up my bumper real fast. But you can see that group of 4 carts now racing to get back up to Ryan Fiorentino, who is our leader.
Fiorentino might have it here. We're halfway through the race at this point.
And we got 4 laps remaining.
Oh, so are we doing 12 or are we doing 14?
12.
12.
Okay, because did we do 14?
We did 14 yesterday.
But what about in Legends today?
12.
Oh, we did 12? All right, I thought we had done 14.
So there is one driver, it looks like, down there past the kink. It looks like a mechanical issue. He is off.
Here we go,
safely.
going
a little
towards
bit of smoke coming off of one of those carts.
Yeah, I think they got together. Oh, no, that's Zoe Porter, unfortunately. Recognize that red seat there. Zoe Porter looks like she had a mechanical. And look at this. They're catching back up to Ryan Fiorentino. It's not over yet. It looks like Juan Pablo Garcia was. See, oh, 2 wheels.
What a save.
2 wheels. What a save on that one.
But it cost him a
sprint car in
position.
it.
Oh, my gosh. Carson Craig gets shoved off into the paint there. A lot of back together. There was a little bit of a trade there. They're shaking fists at this point. Carson Craig run off,
contact.
Completely ran him off. Carson Craig almost loses it there. He needs to calm his hands down and just relax.
Yeah, that was a multi-racing incident there that race director will have to look at.
Absolutely.
That was
almost, I would say that's almost intentional, but
yeah.
But you see how much that cost Ryan Fiorentino way out front now. Unless something goes really wrong, he's got this one locked up potentially. These 2 behind him are going to work together to try and catch back up, but Ryan Fiorentino has been a dominant force. So it's Juan Pablo Garcia now and Zach Frank in the Eyes Up team trying to catch back up to the Wilbite driver, Ryan Fiorentino, and let's see what's going to happen here. And we don't have any data, and so
3 laps remaining.
3 laps remaining.
It's been all day. I don't know what's going on with race monitor. It
They
keeps
are
coming in
catching
and
him
out.
here. Look
Two,
at this.
two to go this time by.
We're gonna get the popsicle sticks together. Ryan can possibly hold. No popsicle sticks.
Okay.
Are we going 14 on this one?
I think we might be going 14. I mean, we make up the rules as we go, folks. So let's just keep on going here.
No.
There's Zoe Porter. I saw the back of her head. She's talking. That's too bad for her. I was really sad to see her have a mechanical.
So Zach Frank now up to second, it looks like there. So it's still Fiorentino, Frank, and the 98.
Ryan Fiorentino is really trying to stay focused here. Now, here's the thing. Juan Pablo Garcia is an aggressive guy. Juan Pablo is going to go for it for Zach Frank. If they start racing together, and they are right back up on top of Ryan here, they're going to catch him for sure. Catching him is one thing. Getting him by him is another. But it looks like at this point, tires are starting to have issues. These guys are slipping and sliding around. It is a white flag, folks. So it looks like we're doing 12, not 14. It's the white flag. Is Ryan Fiorentino going to be able to defend against Zach Frank, the veteran driver?
Here we
Zach
go.
Frank to the inside. Fiorentino, he touches, runs him off. Fiorentino in through the grass. He's staying with it.
It's 3 wide
He's
coming
gonna
from a
take
battle.
it back. He's going to take it back, folks, side by side with Juan Pablo Garcia. Juan Pablo Garcia and Zach Frank back through, going through the kink. Side by side, they straighten back up. Wow, that was a serious, serious maneuver right there.
That was a game of chicken coming into the kink. Who was going to surrender first?
Yep. And Ryan Fiorentino and Juan Pablo Garcia now in front of Zach Frank. Zach Frank trying to stick his nose in to do anything he possibly could.
Frank falling off just a touch.
Oh,
but
no, Frank falling off a lot. Fiorentino defending to the inside. He's not going to let Juan Pablo Garcia get the better of him here. They are not going to lean on each other like they did last season. And here we go. It's going to be a drag race to the finish potentially, or it's going to be single file. 1, 2, 3, Fiorentino, Garcia, Zach Frank in third. Way to go, Ryan. Carson Craig looks like he ended up in fifth. Whew. And there's going to be some penalties handed out on that
there's
one.
going to be some penalties.
Yeah.
The 16 cart also down. That is the 16 as they're falling back through the field. That's Alex Mueller falling back through the field. So checkered flag finalizes. We don't have an exact order. We'll have those official results a little bit later on. Again, penalties going to have to be reviewed by race director, but you can see the 16. He's exhausted.
He's exhausted or devastated or both. Because
Yeah.
let me tell you, it is hot.
Oh, yeah, it's what?
Hot.
90 degrees?
It is
Track
hot.
temperature's probably pushing, what, 123, 124?
Maybe even higher than that. It's
Well,
been
yeah,
really
direct
sunny.
sunlight. So,
Really
yeah, so
sunny
probably
all
about
day.
135.
Yeah,
Cooking.
cooking. I mean, our tires are really, really
I
shiny.
mean, you could sit there and look.
Yeah.
I mean, look
See
at
how
those
shiny they
tires.
are and all that they picked up. So they were really, really warm.
Sticky. So here is
Here's the replay of that looks like Cantor. Nope, Cantor.
That was the opening laps.
That was Cantor
that was some of
trying,
the
to,
opening
trying
laps.
to miss. Yeah, see Cantor trying to miss the CKR cart and just spinning out there. The guy really didn't do anything wrong. He just spun.
yeah,
And Cantor looked like he overbraked. Oh, look at that, two wheels.
2 wheels.
That guy
I mean,
had so much. He was on the bumper there of Carson Craig.
complete-
He actually ran over the back of Carson
Complete
Craig. Watch
sprint
this.
car.
Completely on the back. He's sitting on the rear tire. You can see his front bumper. Unbelievable. He should not have had his nose there.
Here comes that incident there between Craig and the 6.
And then Craig gets pushed off by the number 6 there. Completely pushed off. I mean, look at that. Just he's halfway up on his side. He's trying to hang into it.
Hey, we don't call it mayhem for nothing.
We don't call it when. Listen, the rule is when the guy is right beside you, you got to hold your line. You can't just
Yeah,
roll off and
yeah.
push him off into the paint.
That was 100% a push off to the paint there. But luckily, I don't have to decide that. So
Now, and so here's the thing: if you run off the track or get run off the track, people don't have to let you back on, right? If they ran you off the track, it's advisable to do so, right? Because what ends up happening is you get run off the track, and even though you have the faster line and get by someone, they should just let you have it. But that's
his seat's broken.
oh no, oh no, That dramatically affects the handling and safety of a cart. That's for sure.
That did the bracket break? Is that why?
It look like it.
Man, that's never fun.
No, he's not driving that thing back to the pits.
No.
But while we do take a break and do a pickup here,
That actually is going to wrap up our
That's
our
it.
race day events.
outstanding.
So we're going to have race director up here reviewing footage from this race. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some penalties assessed. You see pickups of shame, as we like to call them.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
Oh,
about.
you're.
So, I was so an eventful day here at Atlanta Motorsports Park for the day 2 of the round 5 of the Summer Kart Series. It's definitely been exciting, not without a little controversy, not a whole lot, but it wouldn't be racing if it didn't have some kind of stuff going on here.
Yeah, so. Oh, boy. Well, we're still watching pickups here. So here momentarily.
I want to hear more of the Bill and Al show because that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I missed. We haven't had
Yeah,
that.
we haven't had that in a
Linear
second. Won't you guys
2 seasons ago.
hop back on for a second, Al?
Oh,
Hey, just so you know, Oz Cheek made a mention of our Cheek comments yesterday, and he was laughing about it because we really kind of went nuts on the cheek to cheek, and the guy was between the cheeks, and I'm sorry, we couldn't help ourselves.
yeah, I'm sure he's never heard those remarks.
No,
before.
never, not at all. Well, but here's the thing, right? His son wasn't always going to be in Oz.
Oh.
And it literally got confused because I didn't know it was the 3rd or the 4th or Owsley, and they started changing the names in the middle of the race. I was like, now it's Owsley, and it was Oz 4 and Oz 3, and oh, it looks like they've cleared off the parking lot here.
Boy, they got out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, we are going to take a break, wrap it up for the podium ceremonies, which I will be participating in. And so wanted to give a shout-out to Todd Barron. Pleasure racing with him. He's a national champion driver. Really was fun, and be able to keep up with him was an honor. And it really was, man. I mean, I was really happy about that. Oh, there they are. Oh, look at that. They're run away.
Nope,
So-
no, they were not supposed to be doing that.
So thank you very much to AMP Kart Racing for the wonderful venue, and really do appreciate everybody being out here, Eli and the race director, Cole. So
So ends a promising career at Bitzer.
absolutely. You guys, I'm signing off.
All right.
Great
Well,
to see you, Bill.
thank you for joining us, Al Edwards. Always great to have the legendary Al Edwards by our side. So here he comes.
Did you like that?
Yeah, we did like that.
A little bit of.
Now, people all over the world are looking up who that guy is.
Our secret is out.
Oh, God. How are we going to tell our wives? This is what we actually do on race day. So I guess I'll go ahead and sign this off from my side.
Okay.
Bill, you got any final thoughts?
I don't think I could add to that anymore. It has already been done or will be done.
Will, you got any final thoughts on the afternoon?
Great day of racing, guys. I think whoever was running the computer did an awesome job. Big shout out to our producer.
Some missing footage, but we won't talk about that.
That was
That's fake news.
The camera deleted itself.
Well, on behalf of the AMP crew, myself, Steve Newbold, and Will Rigdon, Bill Rigdon, that's all for our program today here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. We'll see you back next time for AMP Kart Championship Round 6 a little bit later on next month.
Stay tuned.
So long, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye, everybody.